All right. Would anyone like to reach back 3 weeks and recap for the table, please?
I vote Brad.
Yep.
God.
Just because I
Brad's
saw
the
him take a
best
bite of
negotiator.
food.
Oh, and
I'm
that.
trying to remember where we even started. I know generally what we
I
did
think we.
during the
Oh,
intro.
I do know where we started. We started right before we went into the darkness.
Yep, you started on the other side of the cavern or the canyon.
We did some sort of reconnaissance of varying ways. It was like very like there was like a barrier. It was very like anti, not just an anti magic, but like I don't know, very weird barrier in the darkness. We went to the darkness and like it was more subdued inside. But we also realized it was so cold that we couldn't breathe. So most of us went with the elephants and booked it out. I believe Brackle and I think Keth kind of stayed back to monitor him.
Mhm.
Dipped into this canyon. We met a dude who's a dude. Uh,
Think he's a drow, maybe?
some kind of
He is a winter
Eladrin.
eladrin.
See the what?
He's a winter eladrin.
Winter.
He's like,
So sad.
yeah, what the hell's
Sad boy.
Zydash?
Mm-hmm.
Met him, found out that he was the sort. He's basically putting up the barrier with his magic power. The people he was with had died, and he was terrified of the worms.
Rightly so.
Brackle, I believe, told him to drop it, and he would dimension door him away. And then we saw the worms. The worms were a problem. It was a tsunami of worms.
I was legitimately pretty scared that we might get TPK'd with the worms.
That'd be a cool way to go up. Come on, too. So we devised a plan. I believe Eric had done like big stone walls, and somebody had wall of force. I want to say it was Teth, but I'm not sure.
Yep.
And built an anti ramp to deflect the worms, which I believe, thanks to a pretty poor intelligence check on their behalf, basically gave us enough time to get the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
Then there was a conversation with Homeboy. I know his name's in the chat now. I can find it.
Coil.
Coil.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
Founder of the unit of Coil.
Mm-hmm.
Had a conversation with him.
Coil.
And somebody, maybe perhaps Urzak, had recollection of a Weave Warden.
That's what it's called.
Deduced that that is how he was getting his arcane power. And that he wasn't just a stupid failure, he was the Avatar. And he just has to learn in a different way than everyone else.
He had to get some tough love from Urzak.
Yeah, Urzak was smacking him with the book a lot.
Smacking him with the book. I love it.
Yeah, I think that was it. I don't think we were kind of just riding away in the distance. I don't think we short rested or anything. We might have gotten an item identified in the travel. That might have been it.
Yeah. Yes. What would you guys have thought if I just came out of the darkness and Teth? I was like, Teth is dead. I don't know what happened. No, Brackle just assassinated another one of our crew.
Gotta go.
Well, here's the thing.
Run by worms, guys.
This is exactly what would have happened. Is we would have went back in for at least some of Teth.
Yeah, for remains.
Not all of Teth. But we would have been like, why the fuck didn't you bring some of Teth with you?
I'm weak.
Gotta get that orb, man.
Oh no, I'm strong now.
Yeah, you better at least get that fucking orb, my guy.
Yeah, no shit. Go. That'd be it. That's how you get away with it. You say, "Yeah, Robert's here. He just killed Teth. We need to leave."
Yeah.
All right. Well, he has the orb now. Let's get the fuck out of Dodge.
Yeah, that is an incredibly accurate and thorough recap. Thank you. Yeah, you all identified the last of your items last week, and to kick off the session this week, you can unattune to one and attune to a new item if you'd like right now.
Urzak is going to
Yeah.
approach Vern, who's on an elephant with him.
And pull my eye out.
God, what is that? God, what's that fucking movie where he just like snatches an eyeball out with his hands?
Is that Kill
Oh my
Bill?
Kill
No.
Bill, yeah.
Yes, thank
Is it
you.
Kill Bill?
Yes, I think
Mhm.
so. Urzak honestly like we can explore that role playing moment if you want. I don't think Urzak is going to be doing harm to any of his friends, even if they ask him for quite a while. No, Urzak's going to approach Vern and simply ask for his help. Vern, if you have a minute, I I can't. He's like, it's like big like gym bros who can't like reach like their back at all, and he's asking for help taking his armor off. He's got like straps and shit in the back. He's trying to take off his plate armor.
Oh yeah, of course. I'll lend a hand, and I will, like I said, artfully undress Urzak. I'm good at disassembling things. I feel like I'd be fine. Just like I have
Yeah.
a pretty easy time with it.
Yeah. Well, you guys are dressing and undressing. We will head into the prologue, and we can discuss the items that you're removing and putting on in a second. All right. All right. The winds of the desert are cool and calm under the glow of the setting evening sun. Sand whips from the dunes, creating small tidal waves of sediment crashing down around the loose rocks around Farinth's walls. Walking with confidence, you see Visick exiting through the city gate, checking a band around his wrist. His stride is swift, barely leaving any trace in the sand below his feet, and he hums a tune under his breath. You see him look out over the horizon, eyes squinting against the low sun, until he finds his bearings and abruptly changes course towards a small rock structure. Minutes later, he arrives at the structure where Dorian, the scar-faced dwarf, is waiting for him. Physically shaking with excitement, the dwarf leaps up from a rock where he was perched. Visick, you won't believe what I got for you. Visick turns to him, suspicious. For Arvantis again. I keep telling you he's not going to be wearing those clothes you bought him. Nope, even better. It was so easy, too. Everyone was by that temple, so the town was basically empty, and Visick puts his hand up to silence him. He stares at him, quiet, but clearly upset. Dorian's face goes pale, and you watch as Visick slowly maneuvers around the rocks and kneels next to the old dwarf, eye to eye. You went into Farinth. Yeah, to get you something. I don't care what you were getting. You both were to remain outside the walls. Dorian nods silently, eyes wide with fear. As this is happening, the red dragonborn approaches from the east, stowing his sword, and stops dead in his tracks when he sees what's happening. Cade, my friend, did you know that Dorian was going into the city? The hulking dragonborn sighs, remaining still. No. God damn it, Dorian. Visick's eye contact doesn't break. You will not go against our plans again. Now, very slowly, I want you to show me what you took. Dorian, still silent, begins to smile slightly, getting excited again. He moves around to the back of a near boulder. After a moment, you can hear shuffling and a small voice struggling. He reappears, pulling along with him a short, silver dragonborn child. He's gagged, his wrists and ankles are bound, causing him to fall over as Dorian tugs forcefully at his arm. The red dragonborn behind them all barely has time to cry out in opposition before Visic's hand raises, and you can hear the squelching crack of bone as Dorian's head turns completely around, blood spurting from his neck. Taking less than a second to collect himself, Visic rushes to the young boy and unties him, checking for injury. I'm very sorry you had to see that, my friend. I'll see to it that you are not harmed any further. He places his palm on the boy's forehead, putting him to sleep. He takes him up in his arms and silently begins walking back towards the city, leaving Dorian's lifeless body laying in the crimson sand. We are back to present time.
Today you guys learned Urzak has a son.
It's
Whoa.
I was just thinking about the red dragonborn, and I was just imagining this picture that Andrew sent with the ninja red dragon. That's my picture now.
Like the white human hands just like on the forehead.
Yeah. All right. Any questions about items you want to take off or put on? We don't have to spend lots of time with this. Just want to make sure that all of our bases are covered before we get into the thick of the game.
Maybe in, like, not during our time today, but we could send like a list of some of our equipment to each other in case things that you don't want to use, if other people wanted to use them, kind of stuff.
Not a bad idea.
Oh, yeah.
Vern holds out the eyeball. The eye of blasting. Anybody?
God, dude, if I had a slot, I would totally fuck everything up and give a paladin Eldritch Blast.
Yeah.
But alas,
Can't we just make another eye socket for you? I mean, somebody can, not me.
I mean, you can put it in me. I can't attune to it. I'll have 3 eyes, but it'll be pretty useless. It'll be my third eye.
Just sits up there lifeless. Just
Yep.
intense
Just like
for
that.
it's dangling. Yeah.
Awful.
Andrew, that's kind of what the item in the Roll20 chat is.
What's that?
From me, that's kind of what that is. My window
Oh, your sword? Oh, cool. Let's see.
up for grabs.
Also, Brad, your mic's really quiet.
Is that better when I bring it closer?
Yeah.
Is that all it needs? Okay.
Yeah, that sounds fine.
Yeah,
Sometimes
sounds
that's
good.
all it
I think
needs.
also I had to turn down a little bit from before. At least I did.
But that's what I'm saying. If you missed it, was just in the Roll20 chat. Up for grabs is the longsword.
Yeah, I guess we can actually do this pretty quickly verbally. Is there anything that expressly that you won't use that you think somebody else might want? We can swap some things around really quickly before we go.
I have the bow of the arcane that I got a long time ago, and I feel like we should probably use it since we got it from a god. But
Yeah, no shit.
so the bow of the arcane.
Do we have any long range people? I don't even think I can use one.
Des. Des is the only one I know of.
I have crossbow. Yeah.
I'm actually shocked that you haven't tried to use that yet, Trent.
I think I was just confused with like it's not that confusing, but
I was
with
so
bows,
stoked.
I'm
when
always
you-
like, do I have to like take the bow out and like knock an arrow? And I just didn't mess with it.
I think that one says that you don't have to.
Use your
It's
bow.
essentially a hyper propelled arcane focus, is what it is.
Oh, okay. Oh, without knocking one. Okay, you're right. When you fire the bow.
I don't know if anyone else can use. I know Teth won't use it because he has special armor. Maybe Eric can use heavy armor. I don't know what type of cleric you are. Or no, you're a druid. You can't use any metal armor, can you?
I can
Nope.
use heavy armor, but without metal. Yeah, correct.
I now have a +2 plate mail that I'm not using.
Insane.
I
Just
guess
fucking
if we're gonna sell it,
fucking
I guess.
Yeah, I
sell
mean,
it.
right.
Oh.
I have. I mean, we can just like trade it, like lend it to another person. You can always back. I have a +2 leather armor, if anybody wants that, or a cloak of displacement.
Ooh, that's good.
Yeah, I know it is. It hurt to take it off,
Yeah.
but yeah, obviously that's a really good.
How much of a dick move is it if Urzok takes the cloak of displacement?
Dude, oh my god,
And then he was never hit by a melee attack again.
it's
Ever again.
pretty insane. Yeah.
I did just drop my armor class by 2. So
What are you at now? 22.
22.
Now he's down to 22. Yeah.
But on
Ridiculous.
reaction, it can still be 27. So
Yeah. Shoot.
That's wild. Not.
Such a
I'm
good
using
slew
that.
of random items.
I do have, well, talking about Corlon shit. I don't know if anybody wants a pair of short swords. I think so. I kind of talked to Barros about this. I don't know if he'd expressed this to other people or we had talked about it or not. But there's like an enchanter type person in the city that we were just at for 3 months.
In Kazul.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was leaving it. It seemed like you guys had more interest in staying there longer on the way back, so I didn't spend a lot of
Okay.
time getting into the details. Essentially, there is a merchant inside of Kazul that can take properties from items and put them into other items. It's very expensive and it takes some time, but if you have a sword that you really like in Urzak's instance, he has the sword of Lendis, so we could take a property from something else and put it on to like stack it onto the sword of Lendis too.
Can I
So-
get the fucking scythe back from Fitzko's character?
Yeah.
What
Yeah,
that
that's
was
fine.
called. That was like that was a really cool thing. That was like I'm just never gonna use this.
Yeah.
How did you?
that's fine.
Oh, here. Okay, I have 2 other things that I will lend to people, but not like fully give, because I want to keep the
want 'em
set.
back.
I want to keep the set together, but
Oh yeah. I get it.
that I hope it displayed, and then this. And they don't
Yeah, man.
show it. I'll put what it looks like in the chat because it's pretty fun.
Reckle hit the jackpot with his super high roll after that ooze.
The other thing I have that I sadly will probably not use is a staff. If anybody's interested in a staff, how are you? Oh, this way. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
God, you're so smart.
Mm-hmm.
Staff is very cool.
Stop it.
If anybody would actually like hold the staff, it gives the plus bonus to spell attack rolls. It looks
Right.
like he's from Destiny.
Mm-hmm.
It's really cool.
I was trying
So-
to read all of this.
So I'm wearing the armor, but I'm not wearing the helm or the star cloak right now.
So what is the? Where's the staff? Did you put the staff in the thing? Or-
Yeah.
Oh, okay. There it is. Staff of Starlit. Great.
You know what? Give me the fucking give me the cloak of displacement.
Okay.
Yeah.
That might come in handy today.
Just add it into your thing.
Let's see. What do we have? 5 of you?
Urzak. I'm gonna keep it in my inventory. Just say like Urzak. I'm just putting notes. Urzak has the cloak. Not
All right,
you.
just going in clockwise order of how you are appearing on my screen. Brad is 1, Donovan is 2, Trent is 3, Andrew is 4, Billy is 5. Love that. 2.
That's me.
All right, Donovan, roll me a d20, please.
Uh-oh.
Make it good or bad, depending on what we think.
Ruh-roh.
Roll one. Oh, so there's
7.
one.
And Brad, roll me a d8. And Donovan, roll me an additional d8, please.
Cinco.
All right. Cool. Are we good with items for now?
I think I'm gonna take a look at it after the session. You can post stuff.
Okay. Yeah. Take a look at the things. We'll mull it over as we go. We can also, that's something that we can do in our debrief when I text you guys in a couple days too, if you have questions. That will fit nicely then. All right, you've just passed through this canyon. You've picked up an additional person. He is incredibly sad, but he is clearly incredibly powerful. He comes with a spell book that has some stuff in it, but nothing too crazy. And you are continuing southward towards the prison. At this point, you're just shy of halfway there, between Kazul and the prison. So you're making good time. You're at pretty much the end of the first day. So you are moving at a faster pace than Orion anticipated you guys would keep moving to the prison. So you're ahead of schedule, even with stopping and picking up Alduin. As you look forward, with the d20 roll and the two weather rolls, it looks a little stormier going forward. You can see wisps of sand kicking up around the rocks, southward. You see some clouds further in the distance that look much, much thicker than what you're dealing with right now. It does seem to be maybe a less intense version of what was happening around the rock face that you just passed through. If you look out onto the horizon, which is very visible now, you're into the evening, so the sun is lower. You can still see the figures out towards the front of you. They still seem to be very far away. They don't seem to be any further away or closer than they were before. You'd also notice as you are starting to move again that the kind of the shimmering rings on the ground that you saw before, they become more spaced out, less compact together as you move south. It seems like they were for sure centered around that rock formation, centered around Alduin's location. And you are traveling. You have, we'll say, with your d20 roll, Donovan, you're clear for about an hour and a half. Is there anything that you would like to look for? Anybody that wants to strike up conversation? Anything that, any introspection? What are you guys thinking about?
We see the shape of the. I know we had sent not s- we sent something out to try to catch up to the beings, but could we at least
Yes.
tell what their shape is? Like what kind of is it, like a big like elephant like mammoth thing, or is it humanoid but giant, or
It's roughly humanoid. You can't make out any limbs specifically, but it looks like an upright creature. It is far too distant to really tell anything for sure. Or even how few or how many creatures there are. It looks like there could be multiple. At some points, the heat of the the desert is kind of muddying that vision for you. So it's unclear from where you are right now.
And can you refresh me on this? I don't remember seeing a big thing.
What I'm sorry. I was. How did you get an increase of 6?
6.
What?
Jeez.
Yeah, I was also wondering.
So
Oh,
okay,
from the
it's the robes. So I took off my
from the robes. Okay.
pearl of
I couldn't
power,
remember.
and then robes were the last thing that were identified by Eric, and I just put them on because it uses your wisdom modifier.
Oh, nice.
Right, and it increases your wisdom too, right?
Plus,
the-
oh wow,
that's
15
great.
plus wisdom. Oh,
Once
awesome.
I put that ring on, then it'll add.
Do you
more.
have more armor class than Urzok now?
I have 25.
What?
Eric has the most AC in the party now.
How do you have 20?
The tank
Untouchable.
druid, dude. Yeah, his armor class is dictated by wisdom instead of dexterity now. That's why.
Well,
Yeah,
how high is his modifier?
+5 right now.
So that's 20, and then what gives you 5 more?
Oh, my shield probably. Let's see here. So how do I?
Shield gives
Shield,
Yeah,
plus
you're-
5.
Shield's base of 2 plus
Mhm.
whatever bonuses.
Oh
I
my
think you
God.
do have a +3 shield. Yeah,
Jesus,
yeah.
that's
Eric's a
insane.
monster.
Well,
Hell yeah,
no TBKOs in our future, right, Eric? You'll always be standing.
Yeah, Eric's frontlining now. Urzok's gonna.
You're a druid with 25 AC.
He's gonna take
What
that
the
bow that
fuck?
Vern's offering up, and he's gonna.
mean,
enjoy the easy life.
I'm out dipping Eric. Not full druid.
Hey, now if Eric's the one getting hit, he'll have to heal himself. So problem solved.
Good berries. Good berries. Good berries.
I'll always make sure the cleric gets hit, so they have to.
I apologize, Andrew. What was your question one more time, please?
What were you and Trent just talking about? What? I don't remember a giant thing.
Yeah, what are the
So
figures?
there are figures off in the distance on
Mhm.
the horizon that you all saw on your way before you got to the canyon.
Mhm.
Once you entered the wilds and your brains started getting a little bit foggy, they appeared on the horizon, far, far away, and they seem to be moving at the same pace as you. Like, however quickly you're moving, they're kind of moving with you. Just they are still there.
Okay, like
They're still there.
moving away from us at the same distance. Okay.
Yeah.
And you said we couldn't see any limbs, but it seemed like an upright something.
Yep. It seems to be humanoid in nature. You just can't tell exactly how big they are or how many.
Can we see
they
a
would be.
head?
I would say from where you are, you can see an upright creature. It
Okay.
is definitely not on 4 legs. So it is bipedal if legs exist.
Okay.
I know what it is, guys. Fucking meerkats.
Giant fucking meerkats.
They're actually really close. So they look so super big. They're just meerkats right in front of you.
They're in our face
I
constantly.
can't believe you didn't notice them. That's so weird.
Fuck badge. Who needs a badge? We got meerkats.
They're celestial meerkats.
Yeah. From the heavens. All right. Yeah, you're traveling. Is there anything that anyone would like to bring to the table? Anything that I know you kind of already had a conversation with Alduin, so we can skip this if you'd like. But maybe Brad, since you didn't get a chance to debrief after the canyon. Is there anybody you want to talk to? Anything on your mind, Eric? It's okay to say no too. You don't have to.
Yeah, probably not.
Okay. Yeah. So you keep traveling south. It is relatively calm conditions, if a bit windy, a bit chilly as the sun is going down, and you journey to the point that the sun is pretty much right at the horizon. So it's at its brightest point as far as vision goes. And you begin to see around you. It is strange because you're not sure if you saw it coming up or not. It kind of snuck up on you. Another rock face to your right. So you're heading south, kind of on the western front as you're continuing to journey. A rock face is appearing. This one looks much different. It has greenery growing on it. There are plants. There are some like kind of palm tree-esque plants that are growing just out of the mountainside, out of the rock side. And beyond it, the further you travel, you can see what you think is the top of a roof, like a bluish gray, like a tarp top of a building.
Is there a fiddler on it?
Oh
Here's
my
that
god,
guy.
is there a fiddler on the fucking roof?
Immediate course correction. New BBEG for this game. It is the fiddler.
I imagine him being like the Starburst guy, berries and cream guy,
Oh, Bears and Cream.
Oh, yeah.
just with a fiddle.
He just jumps down. Hello,
And
you've made it to the wilds.
Vern, you have like a seeing device, right?
I a seeing device. I mean, I do. I just don't. I don't
Lose Trent.
think I can really utilize it if it's not inserted in my skull. Did that cut out?
Oh no, I meant like a
Wait, do I have a telescope? Like a
like a
periscope?
tube or something?
like a binocular.
Spyglass.
I have a spyglass in my other campaign, so I sometimes get mixed up. I don't think I have a spyglass in this one, do I?
I don't know
think
that
so.
you do. Urzak's just assuming that you have bits and
It's only a
bobbles and
fancy
shit.
thing that I would have,
Right,
right?
like lots of gear.
No, but if you give me a minute and Vern's gonna jump into his workshop, does he have anything that he can use to craft a spyglass?
Yeah, you have some thin sheet metal that if you heat it and roll it the right way, you could probably make something. There's some sheets of glass as well. Why don't you give me a check with your tinker's tools, please?
Okay. Um,
Tinky tinky.
do I just click this? Did that? No, that didn't do what I needed it to do. So Tinker's
So-
Tools, it'd be what?
So you roll a d20, and I guess it's different for rogues. We'll say an intelligence check, but since you're using Tinker's Tools, you add your proficiency bonus. So it's an intelligence roll plus
It's 5.
5. Yep.
Okay.
Wait, did we take a short rest? I'm sorry.
Or not
Oh,
to this.
I don't think anybody really took any damage.
No.
I was gonna say I don't think we did last session, but we might
23.
have the one before because I'm at
after
max
the
hit points.
after the slime we
Same.
took one, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
after the slam.
Yeah, with the 23, you can pretty easily make a makeshift spyglass. Is it going to be, photorealistic at, at a mile plus? Maybe not, but it'll increase your vision for sure. I would give you advantage on perception checks based on sight
Do I have to
within
use
a
it, or can I-
within a reasonable.
or can I
Yeah,
hand it to Urzak?
you can hand it to Urzak. That's fine.
I'm gonna take out the Mystic Spyglass. I'm gonna put the other spyglass on it. I'm kidding.
Spyglass set.
I
Teth reaches
this
out.
does it say does Vern seem perceptive, or does he seem like a space cadet?
I play him like a space cadet, but let's see what I should be. Um, no, space cadet seems accurate. I'm not.
Herzog's autistic. He's very smart and just not spatially aware.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
he'll look up to Teth and say, and he'll hand him the spyglass. So here, see what you can see.
And that's when Teth actually, as all this time, had a telescope that he had hidden in his forehead. It just
like a little, like a planetarium, like
now you
opens.
can connect the two and make it
Yeah.
even longer.
The fourth eye.
We're gonna see those marching figures now too, with this
Yeah.
double spyglass.
I used the makeshift spyglass to look at the figures in the distance.
Well, I think it's the roof is what we're looking at, but figures
The
are good
roof.
too. Yeah, I like both.
Whichever. Both. Why not both?
Teth, when you look out at the horizon at the figures, you can confirm what Kevin and Zapdos kind of relayed back to the group a few sessions ago. When even with enhanced vision, it's very strange. You look through the telescope and they still seem just as far away with your enhanced vision. And then you take your eye out of the telescope and it's like they're the same distance. They are playing with perception more than distance is what you would.
I
what
wonder
you
if
would
it's a
understand
mirage.
based on that.
Could be. How about that roof, the fiddler on the roof?
Yeah. So it looks kind of like a canopy. There's kind of a bluish gray and white striped pattern. It's not a formidable roof by any means, but you could assume some type of canvas or stretched leather. And it's really only the very peak of it. You can see maybe 2 or 3 feet of the very top of this roof over the top of this, rock face next to you. But it's there, and it is peeking out of the top.
Teth would relay that information, and it's not to the point where we need to hunker down for the night, is it?
You are like late evening, like 7:30, 8 o'clock.
So maybe,
Yeah, you said there's like getting kind of stormy as well.
yeah.
Yep. Not quite at the storm, but further ahead, you can see that it's looking rougher.
As long as there's not a dude trapped under a boulder inside.
Yeah, if there's just a dude trapped under a boulder or a dude that's holding up a force field, I'm fucking out.
Could be the jail.
I'm done. Yeah, maybe it's a jail.
I'd really
Surprise!
good time.
Well, I mean, so above game, I guess we're kind of all pretty much at full hit points. I'm just down a lot of bardic inspirations, but I still have plenty of spell slots left. Let's just check it out, and if nothing's there, whatever, and then
Yeah, just move on.
if not, we'll hunker down.
Maybe a merchant. That's
Ooh, a
willing to
little
buy a
merchy.
+2 full plate.
They get a lot of traffic.
Right. So yeah, as you are moving along this wall, eventually you do come to an opening. It leads into kind of for lack of a better term, kind of like a sand foyer almost. It's a kind of like a basin area that leads towards where you saw this roof. And the further you get, you can see more greenery, several cacti, again, more palm trees, a lot of exotic plant life that none of you are really used to seeing. Even Urzak, who lives in the desert, a lot of this is very stylized versions of a typical cactus or a typical palm tree. Some of them are flowers, some of them are just in weird shapes, like their trunks will bend halfway up. Just strange occurrences that don't typically happen in wildlife. Um,
Are any of them humanoid shaped?
Eric does a nature check on these
okay.
palms.
Yeah. Roll a nature check.
What's in the old noggin? What do I know?
With a 10.
Well, hold on. Herbalism kit, is it advantage? Or
It's
is it
at advantage. Yeah. He's like, just
hey,
wait.
disadvantage basically?
Oh my.
Oh,
I rolled a 2 and a
Okay.
1.
So with a 10, these appear to just be normal. They're certainly in odd shapes, but they it doesn't seem like there's anything special or unspecial about them. Other than aesthetic.
Turn to Brackle. So I'm the nature expert, you know. You ever seen
Sure.
palm trees like that? I mean, you
Uh,
seem like you got, you know, some kind of surprised expression looking at this stuff.
sorry, my map down. Um, it's kind of weird to be in the desert. So I mean, maybe it's an oasis just based on it. I'm not as you know knowledgeable as the desert is probably Urzuk is. Because Ismail, that's not desert, right? It's just kind of like plains.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
like Ohio.
Okay. Yeah.
You gotta stay the fuck away from there.
yeah.
We all know that's where Elden Ring takes place, so that's bad shit there.
If you'll allow me, I can do a perception check. I have proficient in perception.
Yeah.
Trying to add on to his nature check. 7 plus 11. 18.
With an 18, these certainly stand out as odd to you. Even with Eric telling you that he thinks that they are seemingly normal, it is weird. You've had enough experience traveling around with the casters to see a lot of different things, and this truly is unlike any type of plant life you've seen before. It just looks very odd. You can't
Well,
quite place why, but it just feels
Yeah.
out of place.
Eric, they do look healthy. I don't, I've never seen anything like this before, but it doesn't seem inherently, bad. I don't know. There might
Can
be some weird magic going on.
I have Zapdos fly out from under my hat or wherever? And Zapdos, can you just go and pluck one little needle off that cactus?
Yeah. Um, Plucks a needle out, and it is the needle of a cactus.
Okay. The cactus didn't react in any way. It's not angry.
No, certainly not.
Okay. Okay.
Eric, Eric, do you think somebody could be keeping this space vibrant with some type of their own magic just by inherently being here?
Hmm. These spells do exist, for sure. Is there any kind of arcane stuff that I would perceive?
Give me an Arcana check if you're looking for like uh, just like
Are
magical
they?
essence, or
Yeah. Are they augmented through magic? Are they created through magic?
yeah. Give me an Arcana check if you're going by sense. Give me a perception check if you want to go up and like inspect them and feel them.
Just
One or the other.
Just as a reminder to everybody, we are in the wilds. there is a lot of anomalies here, so could just be that, but who knows?
Well said.
This perception. So I'm gonna go up and analyze.
Oh,
23.
yeah. With a 23, it definitely is magical for sure. They you're feeling that it is primal magic with doses of arcane magic kind of woven in. It again, it's a very strange hybrid of different energies that you can sense here, uh, which may lead to their their strange appearance.
So yeah, just saying that the magic is so heavy in them, they don't appear normal. Mm,
Guess we should just be careful around them for now.
Specifically primal magic, so not my forte.
So probably what Teth was saying then. Most likely just a wild magic. It's innately here.
Hmm.
As you continue along this kind of channel, heading towards the buildings that you saw, um, it kind of opens up. So there are walls on either side of you now. You can no longer see the horizon line, and it starts to thin out a little bit too confined for the elephants to make sense. Keeping forward. You can certainly continue with them in a single file line if you'd like, but it does seem to be growing thinner and thinner as you go forward.
Um, looking at the spyglass down this channel, is it ever a point where it totally seems to close off, or?
There's a turn up ahead, so you can't see very far, but it does, it closes down to like 10 feet across, maybe, your best estimate.
Mhm.
We can single file it once we get up there. This is on the path towards the rooftop building thing.
Yeah. As you go, you get the idea that you are walking kind of in a spiral. Not a true spiral like over and over again, but you're definitely curving to the right as you're making your way through this path.
Okay. And is there like a so it's a channel? Is it like a stone walls right now, or is it just like the thick, weird vegetation that's around us?
Both.
Both.
Yeah. So there's stone walls on either side with vegetation growing out on either side.
I'll send Zapdos up in the air just to start chirping like an alarm system if something is coming up on us.
Make a
We're kind of
perception check
okay.
for him. Or like a held perception check.
Perception is +0, so.
He will let you know if he sees anything.
Great, Zapdos.
Yeah, okay. So you have eyes in the sky from Zapdos, and you are moving forward.
Mhm.
It is getting to the point now. You get closer to that curve. The elephants cannot continue without going single file, so they are now lumped in together, moving in a straight line.
Who should we send first?
Eric, whatever elephant he's on,
Oh, Brackle and Eric.
get up there,
Brackle,
Tank.
is it Brackle, Eric, Gorvish, and is it just us, or is Arthur Conan Doyle on ours?
Oh
I
God,
think
Is Coil with? Where is he at? Is he with Teth?
Conan
Flying
Coil.
in the air,
I can't
He's
remember.
pissing himself.
I don't know. He's getting smacked by a book by Urzak, so I assumed that he was on that.
Yeah.
elephant.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, we'll go first.
Okay. As you approach, it begins to thin out enough that the elephants, which are huge creatures, they are unable to continue.
Oh, at all.
Just too big to fit through. Yep. It does seem. I mean, the walls are pretty high, and you've already curved a couple times, so they are protected from the elements, and you are, protected from that horizon line. So they're kind of encased in this place. So it's at least safer than just like open terrain out in the wilds.
We'll do the equivalent of just tying them up.
Yeah.
I don't know how you tie up an elephant, but
And they are trained beasts of burden too, so they'll stay unless they're genuinely freaked out and they nat one get frightened and run away from something. They'll stay here.
What do we want? Maybe ask Hargrave to stay with the prisoners and we go up?
That's a good idea.
I mean, I don't know if she'd feel comfortable by herself, but I mean, I'm guessing she would. But yeah.
Hey, Hargrave.
She will offer before you even get a chance to ask her. She'll say, "Yeah, I got these bitches."
Gorvesh, behave.
Coil, do
we
you
can
think you
leave.
can keep an eye on the mute goblin?
And then Crowbar gets the other one.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, Crowbar. Ghost Crowbar can take care of Ghost Simon and Garfunkel.
If they do anything bad, just hit them with lightning.
Yeah. Great. So just the 5 of you going forward?
Let's do it.
Does
Cool.
is Ion restricted as a large creature yet?
Ian can go forward, yeah.
Okay.
All right, Eric, you're first since you're insane now.
The guy.
I'm with
I
it.
see no reason Urzok would not still be going first.
That's fine. Eric, you can stand right
All
behind
right.
me.
But he's gonna put a strap around Eric and strap him on top of his shield.
You're strong enough to do
Yeah.
that, certainly.
Eric readies his shield and he sits behind Urzok, following every footstep.
There you go.
If he stops, you're gonna
Right,
run right into his back.
Yeah. So you take the curve up ahead, and it's maybe another 15 feet before it slightly curves again, and you end up seeing a kind of around another curve in the rock wall, an incline up, and that's the first time the scaling of this has changed. And you guys can start to see some type of
Ooh, pretty.
civilized place. So right around the corner, you see what would look like kind of a bodega stall. It is empty. There's nobody. There's nothing in there. You see a clearly man-made structure, a wall with window holes and doors, several crates, and these trees still kind of populated throughout this place. Over here, I know the map is cut off. That is kind of the edge of the rock wall. So this is just a wall over here. But you also do see these stairs leading up to the left.
How deserted or lived in does this area seem the first area?
It looks like it was created and then never used.
So like pristine, but does it look old?
It is. You can't really tell. You could get closer and make a perception check if you'd like. But from where you are, it looks very well maintained.
Urzok will give it an investigation.
How close are you getting?
Oh, investigating. So
I'd walk. I mean, I'd walk around. it for
I
sure.
he would probably run his fingers across it and check for a layer of dirt.
Okay. You're looking at this stall right here?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So like I said, it looks like a typical merchant stall. That now I can't think of what the name is, but the covering over top, the striped covering, is maybe 10 feet up, so it's just above your height line, Urzok. There's nothing inside. It is not dirty. There's no layer of dust. Um, Everything seems to be made well, and the materials are real. You're physically touching a tangible thing. Uh, it's just very quiet. Nobody's here.
Um, looking at it, that does I don't know what this role would be, but Vern, having experience with wealthy families, does this seem like a luxurious sort of like a summer home or some sort of estate, like a cottage, a wealthy cottage?
Please
Make a
roll.
history check.
Say make a entitlement check.
Check this with privilege.
That's where there you go.
With privilege. Yeah. Vern is white, so you can make a privilege check with advantage. With a 16, not bad. Yeah, you know when your parents were alive, you would go plenty of different places with them. It's quite a while back, but you can tell that this is not cheap material to make
Mhm.
buildings out of. So you're not sure if the people that lived here were wealthy, but definitely the people that built this into the rock uh, were either wealthy or had some type of financial backing.
Mhm.
Um, Total transparency, I don't know if that matters, but the quality of the the quality of the craftsmanship is unparalleled. It really is like the perfect way you could build a building into a rock face.
I'd like to check out the thing across the way, like the little windows and stuff.
Okay.
Just see if I want to kind of try and tell if there's people or anybody inside.
Sure.
I-
Uh,
To add
I
to
would love to
that,
know how you do that.
at this point, Urzok's probably like calling out for people.
Okay.
I don't know. I'd look in maybe the window here
Okay.
or
We'll say
perception.
that
I guess. I
you.
don't know.
Yeah. Roll perception. Are you trying to do it without being found out?
I don't know. I guess I could try
Is
and
that
be sneaky.
yeah?
Yeah.
Give me a stealth check first.
Yeah, I'm not trying to like stomp. That's a 16.
Okay. Yeah, you can approach with a 16. There's not a lot of sand here, but the dirt here is soft. It's not like a dry, cracked, rocky land.
Crunchy.
So you can move pretty silently.
And then perception was 21.
21 perception. You get right up to the windows there, and it's relatively dark inside. It's clear that either no light is on or lights inside are not a thing. But what you can make out from the sun kind of going through the windows a little bit, through the natural light, it looks incredibly empty, but it does look furnished. So you can see a table and some chairs. From that vantage point, you can see some crates that are similar to the ones outside, and you can see a couple of chests.
I think I'll look back at Urzok and Vern that I can see and just kind of give him a shrug. Like I don't see anything.
This is when Urzok notices that Brackle's trying to be quiet. He goes, "Hello, anybody home?"
I'm gonna go
Er,
flat against the building if he's yelling.
He'll walk up to the door and start pounding on one of the doors.
There is no response, Ursak.
Has Zapdos reacted at all, or is he just circling ahead above?
You can see him circling above if you kind of just like check in with him telepathically. He is not reporting any movement at all.
I hate to do this if this was the plan, but are there any? Are there any? Is there a presence of any incorporeal creatures within 30 feet of me?
There is not.
Okay.
What ability is that you have?
It's from an item that we got from
Oh,
one
Is a special
from the
crystal.
chest. Yeah, it's a
It's-
crystal.
It's the because I said so item.
It's a It's a
Yeah.
Himalayan salt lamp.
I love that. I was
Brackle
gonna
the crystal
say,
girl.
well, I don't know about you guys, but it's awfully hot out here. Let's make ourselves at home. And his entitled ass is going to try to force open the door and walk inside.
It is open, so it
Dang it.
flings open with ease.
He steps inside. What's the temperature?
Confidently.
Yeah.
I want Vern to like shoulder in the door, like, let's go inside.
The temperature is identical. The
No.
windows don't have panes, so it's the same temperature as it is outside.
But at least we have shade.
Yep.
At least
Yeah.
it's starting to get darker out.
Definitely out of the sun for sure.
Hmm.
So I guess it would be like 2 or 3 degrees cooler because you're out of direct sunlight.
All right.
Urzak
Come up here.
Urzak will notice that Fern is saddened and disappointed that it's not cooler in there. And so if we can reasonably stay the night here, we can do something about the door or the windows, and I have some tricks we can cool things down in here for us overnight. Although after the sun sets in the desert, it does get fairly cool on its own, so
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Uh,
I mean,
I can make you really cold right now if you want. It might hurt a
oh,
little.
no, I'm okay. I'm okay. Does anything seem unusual? So Brackle saw furniture in there, but now that when I stepped
Mhm.
inside, do I see any crests? Be them Wellerby or other family crests?
mm.
You do not. I won't even make you roll for it. You do not. It is a very similar art pattern as the outside. The bottom half of the walls inside are painted this kind of cerulean blue, and the top half of the walls are left kind of this natural terracotta color, which is the color of the stone. You can tell that this was created out of the stone face. So these are stone buildings. The only other thing that I think Brackle wouldn't have seen from the outside that you now can see in here is that there's no there's almost no life. It's very still. There are no rodents. There are no insects. Anything that you would imagine would be scurrying around the desert. This is completely devoid of any type of rodent or anything like that. No vermin whatsoever. So it's incredibly clean.
Oh, may I just say that whatever maid service they use is incredible, gentlemen. It is spotless in there.
There was, if you guys want to check it out, there were some chests in this one. I don't know if there's maybe something to give us some clues in the chests, or
Yeah, it doesn't seem like anyone's gonna mind.
Having had his fill of mimics for the day, Urzak's gonna go and like poke them with a sword before we start digging through them.
They are definitely made of wood. They're both of them. There are two chests in there. Both of them are made of wood for sure.
Herzog, be my guest.
Razak will kick open the first chest.
It is completely empty.
Jesus Christ.
Equally clean. Love it.
Can he once again actually put his hands in there and check the bottoms and kind of at this point he's kind of checking for illusions.
Mm.
Yeah. Give me an Arcana check, Urzuk.
I got a fresh +6 with that 22 intelligence. 16.
For a 16, it is. These don't feel magically charged at all. They seem like they're just wooden chests. They're finely made, strapped with iron bars across the top, but they are unlocked and seemingly totally typical.
Does it seem ridiculous that there might just be shelter that is out in the middle of the wilds that people could use
history
as a common area?
So
Roll history for me.
25.
Go ahead.
Be honest.
the other thing was where you were talking about the wildlife being like vacant. Is that
Mhm.
true leading up from the like closed off, like forest path, call it forest, but treed wooded path with the palm trees? Were there wildlife on the way through up to this?
Very sparingly. You'll have like a cactus here and there. Mostly it's dead because of the heat. So this is definitely an anomaly. Urzak with a 25 history. Absolutely, this is weird. In all of your training, you and Brackle would echo this. Teth would echo this as well. Being officially trained by some type of government force, whether it be the city of Farinth or the country of Azura, you're trained to know that the wilds are incredibly dangerous and chaotic and unpredictable. So for this to have just like a safe, established shelter in the middle of nowhere right before a storm is supposed to come up is coincidental at best. Your logical mind it should be inclined to not believe it.
Yeah.
How far back were the elephants from like where we are now?
From where you are now, maybe 60 feet. So this bottom curve here, um, if you would go back here and turn left, they'd be about 20 feet back from that point.
Okay, so reasonably, if we started hooting, hollering, or making noise, they would hear us.
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Paired with the kind of the curve of this canyon, it would echo back to Hargrave for sure.
Yeah.
Um,
We'll just cast detect magic while they're doing all that stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Okay.
I don't like this. I've changed my opinion. But Teth, maybe you can get your eyes on something sinister going on here.
Well, I'm trying to remember what test detect magic is. Like, let me see if I have description. I don't have a specific description. Yeah, test detect magic is just sitting and staring at something until it clicks on, and then he stops staring, like a screensaver coming back on.
Love it.
Yeah. I always assumed it was like a HUD, like you have things like highlighting just in your vision, like Master Chief.
Yep.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah. So from where you are, with detect magic popping up, you don't see many pops of anything. Eric looks different from what you are used to seeing from Eric. He's a lot brighter now.
Yeah.
The plants are glowing a little bit. That's no surprise. He did say that they were magical plants. Um, I don't know if there's a specific spell school for them. I think if I had to pick the closest one, maybe uh, conjuration or abjuration, just because they're living plants and kind of warded against some magic because of that. Um, Other than that, you really don't see anything weird. While that in and of itself might be weird, nothing here is magical other than the plants.
Huh.
Are these plants as they
A
look?
strange juxtaposition from being out in the open air of the wilds, where magic,
Mhm.
like you could see the weave exposed in front of you. Now it's like the antithesis of that.
Can we go up to this next level and check out these boxes and then the door there as well?
And is there anything like in any kind of writing, like books, notes, journals?
There is not. No.
Mm, Um, so Vern is also getting a little if they've been voicing all these concerns and all that too. But if there's nothing magical, Vern will still walk over to like a wardrobe and be like, "Wow, guys, this place is so comfortable. I'll definitely want to sleep here tonight. If only they had soft pillows." And he opens the wardrobe. Are there pillows there?
It is safe to say that anything that you open inside of this residence is going to be empty.
Okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
And that goes for you as well, Brackle. If you look into these crates up here, all empty.
I don't know why I thought of that as that goes for you too, Brackle. If you look inward, you'll find emptiness. That's how for some reason, how I processed that the first time.
Um,
Hmm.
this is maybe kind of weird and not smart
Love
potentially.
it.
Do it. Do it.
Um, can I just cast shatter at like the ground, like in front of me?
Scatter?
Shatter.
Shatter.
What's
Okay.
shatter?
Yeah, you definitely can. Let me look that spell up to see the.
Oh, shatter.
It's okay. I was thinking about doing something reckless too, Andrew.
Yeah. Monkey, stop.
Uh,
Like a mini thunder fireball.
yeah, yeah. Yeah. Where would you like to place it?
Right on Chunk Monk.
Um, I I would like to place it. Uh, I mean, if they're kind of away from them, I don't know, like here-ish. Shatter, what? It's a
Okay.
10-foot sphere. Yeah, like I'd tell them to move away.
Right.
It's like shatter, like right here.
You're not just testing our reactions.
You know.
Surprise!
All right.
Yeah, I was thinking about the same thing. The environment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so this is interesting because it mostly affects creatures and they have to make a save. There are no creatures in that area. You'll find that out immediately. Non-magical objects are going to take damage as well.
Mm-hmm.
As Teth can kind of back up. uh, Nothing here other than the plants, uh, which are only mildly so. It is magical. So you'd flashbang the shit out of the ground. It creates a crater, like the rocks crack and break apart. It echoes around the canyon for sure. Um, to the point where you'll actually hear her yell out, "Everything okay?"
Oh, they're that close. Okay.
Yeah. Maybe a little too okay. We're not. There's like nothing here. There's a little encampment. I'm yelling. A little encampment here, well built, but it's
First, like, sort of like,
Scarily empty.
as Brackle's yelling, he was gonna walk over to her.
Yeah, she'll meet you kind of like at the bend where she can still see the elephants, but she's kind of halfway in between.
Just keep yelling. She don't
It's-
know that you went that way. Yeah, there's some crates and
I, I don't remember. You've been out here in the wilds several times before?
Never to this point specifically. Certainly not this far in. This feels weird, right?
the plants seem really.
Well, just picking up magic from the plants. Everything else is empty. Feels like a trap. I don't. Might just be paranoid after, the giant mountain attacked us, but I don't know. Maybe I'm paranoid and pessimistic, but anything that seems like it's too good to be true usually is.
Yeah, especially out here. Everything's supposed to be magical, right?
Um, yeah,
To a
guess
point.
so.
Well, I mean,
I'll clarify that with
Yes.
Teth that there's like actually like a lack of magic in general.
Yeah,
You don't think?
compared to
Hold on. Teth
yes.
said the don't really see the weave, but the plants are quite magical.
yeah.
Young child.
Are you guys going night night?
Yes, we're gonna
I
get
Please hold
some.
that thought.
suppose.
Okay, hey, Archer, can you
Watch
say,
out,
"Hey,
dragon.
Papa"?
Hold on, what's the
And you
Young
say
dragonborn.
pitties.
Do you want to help me get your milk, buddy?
what is that? What was it?
Or
What
Alright,
is it
guys.
called?
You can go get it.
What's your favorite flavor of Dorito?
Oh, gee.
We'll fix it.
Uh,
Okay?
Sweet chili.
Okay.
Nacho
yeah.
cheese.
Yeah.
Spicy sweet chili.
Yeah.
I
You get one-
Honestly,
usually,
other.
you usually have to settle for Cool Ranch because they don't have a lot. Like sweet chili is either like sold out
Thank
Give
you.
one to
or
Sarah. The other one,
get
okay?
like the big bags. They don't have the big bags.
Want me to take two or?
But nacho cheese absolutely has its own purposes.
One, or me it's gonna take them all.
It's a very good like supplement chip for
Okay.
I don't know
Can you get,
for like putting in chili or making nachos or something.
You're gonna go night
Have
night.
you ever dipped Doritos in queso?
Holy.
Nacho cheese,
yeah,
cheese.
Makes my
that's
stomach
pretty good. The sweet chili.
makes my stomach hurt thinking about it.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I
Ugh.
feel like I'm
Uh,
clenching.
That soon?
I don't remember. Somebody in the barracks told us to do that one time, and it was both the greatest and the worst thing in the world. The last thing you want after you drink 240s is a bunch of fucking cheese and a bag of fucking sweet chili Doritos rolling around in your stomach.
It's the first thing you want. It's the last thing you need.
Well, that's true.
He cleans the
I'm gonna
buckets.
get some water. I'll be right back.
I feel like the
Yeah.
things that millennials are so good at was making things taste super good, but it ends up just not being great for your stomach. It just makes you feel terrible.
Yeah.
Mm.
You see the thing, the thing going around with like, millennials.
Can I have a hug?
Millennials look young and Gen Z looks old. And there's one lady was like, "It was all those preservatives we were fed growing up, preserving our bodies."
Yep.
Thank you very much.
can we go and lay down now?
Go night night with Mimi, okay? Hey, do you want to read a book?
With Mimi.
Then
You say you had done something with
we read, so
Yeah,
we go.
All right. So what do we think's going on here? Can't figure. It's got to be something with the trees, right?
Yeah, I was like moments from driving a trident through that tree.
I think you definitely should.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to.
I guess my theory was like maybe this is like a creature mouth trap potentially.
I was actually my other idea was is that the wilds has a space and time.
Hmm.
Oh, Now the game's back down. We can't
Hi.
tell.
Hello.
Archer,
Say hi, dudes.
do you want to save people, help everybody, or murder everything?
Ready? Try these.
Oh, you want to try those on?
Michael
Try
Barlos.
those on.
Michael Barlos did a TikTok that I saw of him and his son making a character, which was Archer being very cute. But like everything was like, do you want to be a fighter, a paladin, or a warlock?
All right.
And like
Say night, night,
whatever the last option was is what he would
Night
pick.
night.
Guys.
Night guys.
Say
Good night. Good night.
Bye.
Night, Archer.
Say have fun playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Dungeons and Dragons.
There you go.
Have sweet
All right.
dreams.
Do you want me to carry you to your room?
Have dreams
Yeah.
of giant dump trucks with vacuum attachments.
And then all of you guys can also have dreams of dump trucks, but you know
My-
it's a
my
different
theory-
one that I'm talking about.
My theory while Barlos was gone is that there is an area in the wilds that is just constantly changing its appearance. Like it's just gonna be like a fucking hotel tomorrow. Or the
Oh,
day after it's gonna be like a fucking diner.
I see.
Before the
You're
rest.
saying sets of times, like the people aren't moving, but like just the time and space you said is changing.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I have another theory.
Either that or I'm definitely stabbing these plants.
Yeah, I think
Right.
the plants are absorbing the magic out of the air, and it's probably some kind of
Yeah.
plant monster.
I mean, nothing happened when I used I just used magic, and he didn't say anything happened.
My thought was too is that maybe something with the roots of the plants. So I'm trying
Yeah.
to see if I can like rip the plant out of the ground and see if its roots are doing fucking weird shit, or maybe there's little babies on the roots. Who knows? Maybe it's a bunch of oddities.
Aw.
That's the the Alolan executors.
Oh god.
They're really tall
Palm
fucking
trees.
hags. Yeah,
Mhm.
goofy ass
Yeah.
Pokemon.
Let's do a little bit of gardening here.
There it is. So I think he's a dragon too, if not mistaken.
Who?
The Alolan executor. I think it's a dragon
Oh.
type.
Wow.
Really? They
Could
made
be
it
wrong.
like actually look like a palm tree and they're like dragon.
I
It's-
remember
it's
Executor
super-
like had like psychic or something.
Mm-hmm.
He's like a grass, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, the Alolan version is grass dragon.
Okay.
Yeah, and like Pokemon Go, when you put them as like your favorite pet, you can't see the top. It's just like
It's just
the bottom 30% of the Pokemon that you can see.
All right. Sorry about that.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
fine.
So
I like how Billy put up the Holy Grail intermission sequence.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Intermission.
Completely not intentional. I had no idea what that was from.
I figured.
Yeah, I was like, we knew. We know you don't know.
Just want to
I
reiterate,
appreciate the gift
no clue.
of it.
it's also a thing that we've definitely seen.
You stumbled upon some pretty good reference there, though. Yeah.
We've definitely seen the Holy Grail,
I remember being
several
like, very
times.
young.
but
Yeah.
I didn't pick up on that either, to be honest. Anyway, so as I was saying, I had this conversation and I kind of looked at Teth and was like, "You don't think the plants could be absorbing magical energy for nefarious reasons?"
Well,
I suppose you've ever heard of a Venus flytrap.
yes, and I'm quite familiar with things absorbing power. And right about that moment, Tusk's going to drive his trident through that plant he's right next to.
Yeah, it just severs. You obliterate it. No attack roll necessary. The holes go straight through. Juice comes out the other side.
So juicy.
Oh, it's all juicy.
Now, here's the
It-
real
it
question.
is- yeah.
Fruit gusher.
The roots. Teth wants to see the roots. Pull that plant out of the ground.
Make me an athletics check, please.
I'd like to grab the same trunk as him and also pull.
You get
Yeah,
that
Athletics
cheese, Danny.
advantage.
And Vern's gonna watch really confused as to why they're
wanna-
really into this.
Two
Pulling this
men,
plant out.
two grown men deadlifting.
We're trying to get Eric a really cool like root for his collection.
Yeah.
Like a
It could be a very,
magical
Doesn't fit in the
root.
pouch.
could be a
He
very
deserves that.
potent reagent for your potions there.
Do you want to roll, Billy, or do you want to both roll, or I roll?
We can both roll
All right, I'll roll.
because
I'll roll
you
one.
has the better quads.
Yeah, I got the squad today.
21.
Kevin the commenter over here.
Damn.
Damn.
John Henry
Well,
did
I
not
got-
beat the machine.
Teth has the fresh legs because he's been flying all day.
John Henry.
Yeah.
Or-
Yeah. With both of you working together, you easily uproot this tree. It's not like a full-grown like oak tree. It's relatively thin compared to something that you'd find in a forest. So you do uproot it. Its roots do not travel far. It is, like I said, it's not a huge tree. Its roots look normal as far as the the roots of a weirdly bent tree should be. Kath, you don't see anything crazy through your detect magic. It's giving the same type of shine as the rest of the tree. So certainly nothing is flowing through the tree and gathering at the roots.
Do any of these trees look like humans?
None of the trees look like humans. No.
Like we had that like a Medusa's garden type thing.
Yeah, that's great.
Let's just fucking go up the steps then.
Yeah, let's do it.
I was about to say if you're gonna keep doing this, I want in total transparency. The lack of magic is not because of the plants. It's not the trees. I promise you. They're just a byproduct of what else.
So what else can we do?
It's the air.
I feel better about seeing the tree roots, and Ted's gonna give Eric the tree roots because that's what he assumes Eric does is like root stuff.
Yeah, Eric, you can add to your bag however you mark down your ingredients. 3 doses of wild palm root.
All right.
I'm just waiting for
Root
worms
beer
to erupt out of that hole now.
Out of curiosity, does the root maintain the magic
Good question.
after being uprooted?
It still is, but you just uprooted it. So check back in a couple days after it's had time to die.
Theoretically, if the root is nourished somehow with Eric, it'll just keep growing, right?
That's true. You could keep giving it water.
Do you have a living
Although
garden?
stabbed
gonna
it.
This root's gonna latch onto Eric, and Eric's gonna have another. I'm sorry, it was Vern last time.
Keep it away from Vern.
Dude, cast Druidcraft on it. Spawn some monsters.
Oh yeah.
Implant
We're not
Vern.
fighting the monsters. Let's bring the monsters to us, guys.
Yeah.
Since Zapdos is still up there, can I psychically ask him if the figures in the distance are still just doing their thing, or have they like now that we're out of sight, have they stopped and are like turned and staring at us or something?
God, they're like weeping angels.
Yeah,
He will say that they're still the same.
Okay.
They look the same as before.
Mm-hmm. This is such a mystery. To the stairs. What the answer's just up there at the top of the stairs, I bet. But
Yeah, there's actually a little.
It's
Oh,
just a
Brackle.
guy standing there, just like, "Hey guys, you found the model building for my rental property." All right, moving you guys to the other map. Stairs, you find many more sets of stairs.
Oh, okay.
This is objectively more grand than before. There were no adornments in kind of the entry area, but they now have like headposts adorned with this brass, and this giant doorway up here, uh, also carved out of the stone, is inlaid with a big brass kind of setting around the door.
I say we just go up to right before the top and kind of like peek our heads over and see what we can see.
That's a big door for maybe some very big creatures, though, guys. I don't.
Steps are kind of small
But
though.
but we've
Oh,
made
good
big
point.
we've made big friends. I think remember Capith? He was a nice guy.
Mm-hmm.
He was a nice guy.
And what's the dragon's name?
Ali.
Ollie?
Ali. Yep.
Kind of a dick,
Made
but
friends with. Yeah,
we'll,
mhm.
we'll forgive him.
I'm just gonna walk up.
Urzacle. Be shoulder to shoulder with Brackle.
I just noticed that there is a depiction of birds up here. That is false. There are no birds up here. Just so you guys know. Absolutely no life that theme carries through other than the plants. Again, no vermin, no rodents, nothing. As you walk through here, it is vacant just as much as the initial area was. Nobody in any of these stalls. This is kind of there's a, we'll say that the door is kind of underneath this awning. Awning, that's the word. I just said it
Mhm.
naturally and I just remembered it. Dang.
Hmm.
So underneath this awning is the door to another kind of homestead type place. Again, it is incredibly clean, incredibly empty. You find another chest inside, also empty, void of illusion as far as you can tell. So once you get up here to the doorway, Urzak, if you were the first
Oh
one
shit!
up,
Sorry, DM. The blue and white. Is it Caster blue and white? Is that coincidence of the art?
it is a coincidence of the art, but also that's an interesting point that you bring up. This uh, like Pal World is to Pokemon, this is Caster Blues to actual Caster Blues.
All right.
It is incredibly well fashioned Kmart caster insignia.
Huh.
Okay.
Pour one out for Kmart.
Yeah.
Oh.
Bye guys. Now it's
yeah.
at
I'm gonna say, if anybody's come with me,
I am. I'm just like staying like where the floor level was and like looking out if I could see anything. Like when you're crawling up the steps on all fours and you get to the top, just so you can poke your head above.
Vern will kind of hang back with, I guess, Teth here.
Does
Zark will peek his head in and go, "Hello."
yeah. You you don't even really have to say hello. You looking through, you can see what appears to be a manufactured pool of water, almost like a swimming pool because it has an edge, and kind of like tile detailings around it. And I'll move you guys over to the. Oh, I have to put your tokens out too.
has anybody done a check in this area to see how old the buildings were?
They look new.
Anybody?
That was like
Vern did it first. Yes.
Okay. I thought somebody did it. I just don't remember what the
Not necessarily old, but they're in really good condition.
Yeah.
As you go through the threshold, or even just looking through the threshold, you will see this.
Oh no. Oh no.
As you get closer, the pool is very slowly rotating, like a very mild whirlpool inside. Floating about 10 feet above the center of the whirlpool is a blue orb that is identical to your orbs, Teth and Vern.
We don't have a blue one though, right?
You don't have a blue one yet.
Are our orbs reacting at all to this orb's presence?
Strangely, no.
No, not strangely, no. I wouldn't think so.
Is Detect Magic still up?
Detect Magic is still up. Again, everything about the structure of everything, the plants, all the same. The water, definitely shining for sure. You're getting notes of enchantment. You're getting notes of evocation. You're getting notes of abjuration from the water, and those colors are stronger near the whirlpool. The orb itself, straight up conjuration, quite bright.
Teth will relay that information. I also typed it out.
How does that, Teth? How does that differ from the way your orbs look magically?
That's a great question. I have a pretty hard time looking at mine now. But
I don't
Like
know
a,
if you ever
like a
I
mirror.
magic.
I have like a little thing I can probably flip up to at least see it.
Yeah, I would say you could have eyes on your own orb. That's fine.
Yeah.
Your orb, the orbs that are on your person, are they shine so bright that it's hard to discern spell school. Almost like it's a mixture of all of them. It's otherworldly magic that's unwieldable in its raw form.
Yeah.
Outside of the encasement of an orb.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. I just wanted to kind of confirm that. Yes, it is. When you have on, well, I don't know if you've used detect magic or not, but when something is so magical it blinds you, it's kind of like that for ours. This thing here is just conjuration, so I'm wondering if it is intended to be a trap or
Probably.
Well as the water.
Obviously not the real thing.
Oh.
Somebody shoot it.
Obviously some kind of trap, but
Somebody shoot the orb.
the only thing that I think keeps us here is dispelling possibly disenchanting whatever this place is to possibly protect future travelers from ill will.
Interesting goal. I like that.
Teth will look over towards Eric.
Mhm.
I have some slots left as far as dispelling goes. Don't know
Oh.
if you have that prepared or not, though.
I don't think I do right now. Oh, I do.
Above game, I got 2 level 3 slots I can try to dispel with.
Um. Yeah. Let me hit up
Wait, hold on.
the water. Dispel magic.
Before you guys do that,
You can give us some bardic inspiration.
no, I'm going to cast Legend Lore
Hey.
onto
I love that spell.
this pool or
The
this
whirlpool.
thing in front of me.
Legend lore.
That was with something I just attuned to.
You don't have to touch the whirlpool, do you?
No, I can describe it, or I mean, it's in front of me right now. So
Nice.
All right, what are you casting it on specifically? The whirlpool in the water?
yeah, I think I'd probably cast on the. I think the orb is just like the lantern on the lanternfish. I think the pool's the actual beast.
Interesting. Okay. Um, so uh, this is a uh,
It said I can describe a place.
yeah.
Okay.
So
But yeah, I would focus on the pool if I had to.
okay.
Uh,
More information you already have about the thing, the more precise and detailed the information you receive is. Give me a history check to see how detailed the information would be based on your history of knowing this type of thing.
Okay.
It's an interesting. This is exactly the type of thing I was hoping you would use this for. This is great.
21.
Okay, so you are one of the caster, or were one of the caster far travelers under Daunt. You would travel sometimes through the cerebral realm, but a lot of times through transport links and portals and things like that across the country to deliver information, things like that. Um, Casting legend lore. This goes against a lot of the detect magic that Teth pulled from the water. This absolutely is a transportation, a mode of transportation. You would glean as you're kind of gathering information. You see almost an illusory whirlpool kind of in your field of vision, kind of mentally. You see this whirlpool spinning in the air, and you see almost like a cross section breakdown of how it looks down inside of it. There's no monster. There, you don't see anything inside. However, you do see a long, winding tunnel connected to many other whirlpools out in different places. So you would glean, after casting Legend Lore and with your experience as a traveler, that this is a highly connected point in a series of other points of transport.
So it's almost like a teleportation circle.
Yeah, it looks very specific though. It's almost like how the bunker works, where there are
Right.
very specific places it can go. It feels like there are a lot more options than the bunker, so with less control. So it seems more random,
Okay.
but it's definitely going to suck you up and spit you out somewhere else if you aren't careful.
Does it
I don't
seem like
understand why the
this
orb is there.
is the bunker, or this is like one of the points that you'd go to?
Definitely not to the bunker. No.
Okay. No, I mean, like, is this like
Right.
the main
Hub.
thoroughfare, or is this like one of the spots that we would be sent to?
No, it is not the main one. This is one small point on a giant web of other points.
Yeah. Give me 1 second, guys. These cats are going nuts.
Yeah.
Cats are going crazy. I had an idea to send Zapdos through, and then I was like, but what if he
Aw.
can't get back?
No, don't do that.
You can send Kevin. Get him back, right?
Yeah, Kevin's
Oh,
great.
he's a familiar.
Oh, here's the thing. Is I can only telepathically communicate with Kevin within so much distance.
Yeah.
I say it's like 100 feet. It's not a lot.
So can't you tell him before he goes to like, hey,
I can, but
once you get there, come back.
Kevin's not that smart.
You know who is really smart?
Kevin kind of dumb, for being
You know who
honest.
is- You know who is really smart? Zapped it. I'm just kidding.
It's not proven very smart.
Hold on, let me look.
I mean, if we're speaking, ugh. Here's a question for you, Andrew. Do you have a level 7 or 6 spell slot left?
Okay. Sorry, what did you say in the last 5 seconds?
Do you have a teleport spell slot left?
Uh-huh. I would relay everything that you guys heard Barlow say. I don't think this is actually a nefarious place. I think this is. I have no idea who built it. Probably when I cast this, you guys probably saw my eyes just like glow gold as I was kind of like getting all this information. Yeah, I don't think this. I don't know who built this, but it seems like a more naturally occurring teleportation system. I
But
don't
why
know
the-
exactly how it works, but
Is that stuff actually on the rocks, Barlos?
You mean like
there's like the symbol behind on the very back rock face. There's like it looks like a sun with like deer under it.
yes, it is actually on the rocks. Yes. Yeah, the only change was the birds not being there.
Is that a thing I can think about symbol wise? See if
Make
it rings a bell.
What are you trying to decipher about it specifically?
If it represents anything in particular, whether it's like a representation of a deity, or maybe it's more symbolistic of like, oh hey, it's like a primitive sun. Basically, if it has.
Is it related to Baylor? Because Eric's religion happens to be like God
I
of
was
Light.
gonna see if Eric would make a check. Eric, you would know without making a check. That is a primitive but recognizable designation to the god Pelor. Yep.
very cool.
God of the sun, god of light.
The Pontex love Baylor.
Could this be potentially what?
Primitive? Like it's old, right? An old
It is old.
representation.
Eric
It is
gets
old.
a sort of a sense to want to like sing, but
Okay. I love that.
just in a like in a he was raised this way to to sing and worship, but yeah, you guys are unfamiliar. That's a large freaking shrine there.
Could this be something that connects? Maybe since it is a teleportation thing, that we would potentially have to take this to find an orb. I don't know. Obviously,
just watch your language here too. So I said frickin', right? Just careful. So as we proceed.
I don't think I cursed.
No.
Don't take Taylor's name in vain.
You did just fine, bro. Whose
Oh,
name?
oh my
Paylor?
P.
I could say Paylor 100 times.
Yeah, but you can't say it in vain.
Well, like this, like Paylor, like when I say Paylor, to say that you can't say. You can say
I can say Paylor. I can't say Paylor.
The
Damn
more-
it.
Mm,
Yeah.
Mm,
That's saying the Lord's name in vain.
yeah.
Pay Lord, the pay Lord.
Actually, the more
Fucking
you
Paylor,
say
dude.
Paylor, the better it is because now you're attuning to him.
What in the
Spreading the
P is
word
going
a little
The
on?
more you say it, yeah. The more you say Paylor.
Anyway, I want to know where this goes. Though I am obviously a little concerned about finding my way back.
Who's in the back of the group right now?
Arvances.
Just
No, he's 6
hitting
feet under.
Brackle in the
Right?
back. Hey.
Hey.
I mean,
Um,
I would guess Brackle's pretty much where he is. Maybe he went a little closer, like here, to do it. But
Okay. I wasn't sure if anybody was still like by the doorway or in the steps or something.
I'll be about the door.
Urzak would
Do I
be.
notice anything? Do I see
you'd be
anything?
inside the thing.
This isn't water in here, is it?
It is water. Yeah.
That's all water. I would not be inside it.
Yeah. This is all water. Yeah.
Yeah.
Eric's gonna go over to sort of the steps that wade into, you know.
Vern,
Mhm.
make a perception check for me.
I'm so bad at perception.
I made sure to move up 3 steps just so it was you, Vern.
Remember, if you have inspiration, you can use it.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
I don't think
might,
it's meant
might
to-
not help. Yeah, it's what, a D6 or D8.
Hey, before we get surprise rounded, I have a great passive.
Yeah. What's your passive? You're close enough.
22.
Hey, better than mine.
With a
Yep.
22, very faintly, as you're about to advance up onto the pool, Teth, you hear just a ways back, just a little.
Yeah, like a skittering.
Yeah.
No, that was obviously a very fast person running.
So that's movement. Oh,
Teth will reach over and grab Vern by his shoulder really quick, just like.
like there's a white guy making weird skittering noises.
Yeah, it's just.
He's just-
Like from the palm tree, he's like,
You must be so entitled, dude.
Yeah, Teth will grab Vern and be like, "Did you hear that, Vern?"
Nope.
the babbling sound of this beautiful water? I certainly did. Quite stunning.
Story that Brackle just told us? Of course I heard it.
Yeah, Teth will let people know that they're skittering behind him, and just at that point, he'll kind of go back while they're investigating it and just kind of keep an eye behind them, let them do their thing.
I thought you all said there was no life or rodents or bugs or anything. Why are we hearing skittering?
I'll be honest with you, Vern. I used to hear a lot of things that didn't exist, so that's why I'm letting you guys do your thing.
That's true.
"Oh, is that why your
the
perception's
worst
so
person
high?
that could have heard that.
You see more things, not because they're actually there, but
Yeah.
Eric, were you about to do something with the water? I'm sorry, I cut you off.
No, just by virtue of like me going over to the symbol, I was moving towards it. I can't think of anything. What I'm doing next. Yeah,
As you get up close there, Eric, you see. Well, you don't see. You kind of see out in like through the periphery of your vision. This tree up here, one of the leaves just like rustles a little bit, just a split second, just like.
all right. Mm.
By the time you have a chance to even look over, it's motionless again.
Fireball.
Blow the whole place up. Who cares about the transport link?
Steel Wind Strike. Cut 6 of the trees down in one swoop.
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah, I guess Eric just calls out towards the tree. Who goes there?
There is no response. Um, you do feel.
And then
Can you
I'll
make
try.
an
Hmm.
Eric? If you are addressing the tree, for lack of a better term,
Right.
just kind of addressing in that direction. Um, I'd like you to give me an intelligence saving throw, please.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
19.
You feel fine. You can carry on with whatever you were saying.
Eric, you okay, Eric?
Doing fine. I just heard something from this tree.
Hmm.
Called out to it. You guys heard me say that. I got no response.
Hmm. Skittering behind us. Tree rustling over there. Vern's going to fire a chromatic orb into the tree that's nearest him on the other side, just to see if he
Okay.
hits anything.
Make an intelligence saving throw for me, please.
Oh no.
Trees are smarter than us.
I was gonna move closer to Vern, but then you said a saving throw, so I said no. I'll go back.
Yeah, you can prepare and cast the spell as you normally would. You're firing it over here.
Yeah. I'll do a fiery one too.
Okay. You make an attack roll with an advantage. It's a stationary tree.
Oh wait, chromatic orb uses one of my so dumb. Okay. uh oh.
Oh, damn.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, you. I mean, you don't even have to roll damage. It is magical, but it's just a plant. It's not a creature. So it bursts into flames. You hit it, no problem. Uh, it's on fire.
Vern, he literally said to be respectful of this place.
Well, I just thought the fire would be more respectful to Paylor, being the sun god, Brackle.
Not radiant damage.
Oh,
I guess
good
maybe you
point.
can't make chromatic orb radiant. I can't remember
I don't
exactly.
think I can.
Vern, there's a
Uh,
pool of water right here. That's the opposite of fire.
Urzak's gonna
Noted.
he's gonna walk up to the water.
Okay.
And he's gonna keep his eye on the tree that's not uh in flames. He's just slowly like creep his hand over like he's going to touch the water.
Okay.
Just can continue to maintain eye contact with it as he like is flirting with touching the water.
Make an intelligence saving throw for me.
Okay.
I think Brackle's looking around like, what the fuck is going on?
What's going on?
I will use my other indomitable.
Okay.
Hmm.
Much better. 14.
Yeah. You keep your focus. The tree does not move, and you are holding your hand above the water. As this is happening, um, from up above, you hear and can eventually see if anybody is looking at the very back wall, kind of up here. Uh, just a tiny pebble falls down the rock face.
Is Zapdos still circling up ahead and not noticing anything?
With his 8 perception, he
Yeah,
is
I'm
still
hoping he forgot the number.
Yeah, diligently circling above,
Oh, good.
ready to report back.
He's just like, wee.
What a beautiful day! This seems
Uh,
way better than the wilds has been.
right before Urzak dips his finger in the water, I'll apparate Kevin and send Kevin up above towards the pebble.
Okay. Have Kevin make a perception check. He has
Whoa,
keen sight,
Kevin.
right?
Keen
Does he get
sight. So
advantage
if it relies
based
on
on?
sight,
Yep. Roll with advantage. Kev.
that's pretty good.
Nice. Yeah, Kevin. As he gets up there, he doesn't see anything on the surface level. He definitely notices the patch of rock that was kind of scuffed against to make those few little pebbles drop down. Scouring that area, he will relay back to you that there are a few tiny little cracks in the top of this mountain area uh, that seem just too big to be just fissures in the rock.
Okay. We'll dismiss Kevin back to the Fae. And then Urzak's gonna dip a finger in the water.
It is so refreshing. It feels so nice. A perfect lukewarm.
Hell yeah.
The electric energy comes back up the stream, and you take 10d12 lightning damage.
That's not that bad.
Straight to the dick.
That's worse.
Decidedly worse.
All right, why is everybody being weird? What is happening?
It's the skittering Breckle and the leaves and the stone and
I didn't hear any skittering.
Well, Vern set a tree on fire.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm asking what's going on.
I just
Kevin says there was something up there, but he didn't see anything. There's some
He said there was something
larger,
up there, but he didn't see anything.
some larger than acceptable size cracks in the. Guys, I'm ready to leave.
I mean, it's a stone. I mean, there's cracks in stone.
Are we gonna leave through this portal or go back to the elephants?
Just fuck this place. We're out.
I want to go to bed.
Here's the
I'm tired. I'm an old man.
from what I understand, the portal is a little more random than the teleporters we use. It seems a little more chaotic, and I'm not
Brackle,
fully sure how
make
it
me an
works.
intelligence saving throw as you're describing this.
I'll roll with
When we succeed on intelligence saving throws, are we aware that something tried to affect us mentally? Or no?
20.
In this case, no, because of the nature of the roll. All right, you continue explaining as you were.
Yeah, so it's a little more chaotic. I don't know exactly how it works, but I mean, if we really, really wanted it, we wouldn't have a safe, like a get out of jail free card if I did it. So if I teleported, I might teleport to somewhere terribly bad and then have to teleport back here, and I still may not, get here.
Well,
Well, I guess I could. No, I could grab like a rock before I do it.
At this point, you hear not a loud sound, but just kind of like a snapping sound.
Where?
And then kind of a considerable bang out the door, down the steps from where you came.
Run to the opening.
One of the awnings has collapsed.
so creepy. I don't like it.
Does it look? Does it look like it's older than when we came in?
No.
Okay. I'm gonna use my crystal real quick, just in case. Or wait, you said that. Never mind. Do I sense any incorporeal creatures?
Nope.
God damn it.
Would my true because I have this spell that I feel like is just useless and I'll never use it. This whole because I know it's not true sight, right? But it's True seeing. Is that useful
You
here?
see.
It might be, yeah.
See things as they actually are for the duration. Oh, that seems like it would be
If
good, right?
if there's anything to see, that would be the spell that would do it. But
Okay,
I
I was
don't
wondering
know
why
if
it was
that's
such a high level.
That true sight's
yeah.
pretty great.
Is it worth it?
You can see into the ethereal plane.
Okay. Well, guys, I can bestow this gift on somebody else. Maybe someone with better perception and could spot things.
What
Anyone?
what level is that? Is that a high level one?
It's it's sixth
Level
level.
6.
Okay, if it's just seeing into the ethereal plane, I can use my one time a day thing.
I
I
can
can
notice
just
secret doors hidden by magic. See in the ethereal plane out to 120 feet. Um,
Do I have time to move and give guidance to, is it if Brackle's doing it or if Fern's doing it or whoever's doing it?
Absolutely. Yeah.
it's up to
Yeah.
Vern.
Nothing should be considered turn order right now. So you
you can
can have
try.
plenty of time to do whatever.
It's that first sentence. This spell gives the willing creature you touch the ability to see things as they actually are.
Yeah.
Does that make it special? That seems pretty big. Or is it just the following sentence then, which is for the duration the creature has true sight, notices secret doors hidden by magic, and can see into the ethereal plane.
I think the first sentence is flavor text. That's basically what true
Oh,
sight
okay.
is.
Okay. Okay. And wait, Brackle, how is yours a little different?
I can see into the ethereal plane for about 6 seconds.
Okay. Yeah, let's try yours method first before I bestow this 1 hour gift to somebody.
Okay. Um. So in preparation for doing this, knowing I only have a limited amount of time, um, I will, you know, look. I will make sure to look in each of the places that people said they saw or heard something.
Okay.
I mean, obviously, it's gonna have to be 6 seconds. So, all right, I will
I think you
use
have
my.
pretty good vantage from where you are, so you
Okay.
can do that easily. Yeah.
All right, I'm using the charge. Oop.
What does using the crystal look like for you, Rackle?
I think again, I think with the eyes, I think there's a lot of power that manifests through his eyes because he has these golden eyes.
Mhm.
Um,
Da-da,
but what
da-da.
everybody else kind of sees is Brackle kind of takes out this little crystal in his hand. I would say just like maybe whispers something. It doesn't say what you have to do, but um, oh wait, I can see what I'd need to do. Kind of. It would be uh, where'd it go? Oh, yeah, verbal somatic. So I'd just kind of say something quiet and move this around, and then you'd see me disappear for about 6 seconds.
So the first thing you would see is Kevin,
Okay.
just kind of floating around Urzak, waiting to be called upon.
It's cute.
You do not see anything in any of the places that kind of rustled or were disturbed physically. Interestingly enough, though, seeing into the ethereal plane with your kind of point of view from closer to the back of this place, the first of all, the orb is gone. There's no orb in the ethereal plane. The whirlpool is still rotating, and it seems to be active in the same way that it was active on the material plane. Other than that, everything else just kind of is the misty vision version of the material plane. So you don't see anything out of place as far as hidden creatures.
Okay. And then all of a sudden you just see Brackle go poop. Honestly, didn't see anything. Um, the only thing that was different was the orb was not above the whirlpool, but the whirlpool looks exactly the same in the ethereal plane. I don't know what's going on but it's weird.
Do you think it goes there, the portal?
I mean, I'll obviously wait for the DM, but my
Right.
guess.
After he poofed. I like it when you poofed into existence, he poofed out of it. The time
My
is
guess is
pretty
it might use the ethereal plane for transportation.
good. Okay.
Paylor,
No,
damn it.
but no skittering bugs
Hmm.
or anything.
I don't know. I guess what it comes down to is, do we want to see where this? I mean,
I think it's. So I'm wondering if there's a way to. So theoretically, if this is a place that will take us somewhere useful, then at least we'll have it in the future, right? Like you could take something and be like, "Hey, we can teleport here," and then go to the portal that teleports us somewhere else.
mhm.
You
Right.
see me? My bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can see you
Yes.
from here.
Back.
Yeah. The orb
Or
still
if it's
concerns me though, right?
The
Why
what?
is it's almost like it wants us to go into the portal, which is why it seems unnerving.
It would also just be a power source.
Could be.
A
Yeah.
fake orb of the Presidium that is meant
Pre-
to look like the orb of the. It just
I
seems
mean,
I don't know.
you're not wrong. The iconography of Paylor is comforting, but at the same time, it seems very old. So
yeah.
maybe it doesn't mean that somebody nefarious could have taken over a
It could have
pre-existing
just
channel.
I'll grab a tile real quick just so I have a piece. I'll pry a tile up from the somewhere. Sorry, Paylor. Just so I have
DM.
a token of this space.
Yeah. Yeah. DM, can I
Yes,
do
Eric.
some religion check to just see what the nature is of the symbol, if it has a certain connotation to maybe a story or something that, like the deer, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Is this a creation mural or
Yeah.
is this a blessing? Yeah, just
Actually, a mural that says "Stay the fuck away from this."
yeah, exactly.
Signed, Paylor.
um,
Oof.
I
Okay.
get to add a
You're
D4.
really sucking at everything that you're supposed to be good at today.
Oh, I
Dang.
know. I get to add
Yeah. Go ahead and add a D4.
you have inspiration too if you wanted to use it.
Oh, technically, I can cast guidance now. So I'll cast guidance on you.
Oh yeah.
Well, I did it to myself.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, that's what it was. My
Yeah.
Can
Oh, it's a 10.
can Urzak make a check as well?
Yeah.
Kind of.
Absolutely.
I guess doing the same thing.
I want to give guidance to Urzak.
All right. Yeah. With
Over 20. 23.
hell yeah. With a combined 10 and 23 working together, you kind of mull it over and uh, discuss the iconography that's present on this back wall. And really, this type of thing is a depiction of the origin of Pelor. So it's not necessarily uh, him being worshipped widely. This does seem, like we discussed earlier, very old. It seems like a very early depiction of what he was to creatures, what he was to animals in his early days, where he acted for a lot of people as the sun, and not necessarily physically representing himself as a sun, but um, a provider of energy, a provider of life, a provider of warmth and comfort. Um, so it's a kind of a general encompassment of uh, how he came to be the god that he is.
And correct me if I'm wrong, Palor is not a Presidium god. He's a lesser deity.
He is a lesser deity. Yep.
well, do we? I mean, I'm out of ideas except for either trying to go through here or leaving. I don't know.
I will go through the teleporter with you if you
Okay.
can get us back.
If you're
I
going, I'm going too.
No,
I-
I absolutely am
It's-
not going.
stay here. Somebody's gotta stay here.
All right.
Yeah, I'll hold Vern down.
And
No,
honest-
let him go.
I honestly think a majority of us should stay
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
I
if we
was
got
gonna
if
say.
we got skittering.
Yeah,
I think a
was-
good idea would be Urzak or Eric come with me.
I will come with Breckle.
I wonder if your connection with Paylor might help.
I will say.
All right, I have the tile from here.
and Eric's got a root.
Eric's got a route.
Okay.
This is
I
amazing.
put
This is not at all what I thought you guys were going to do here. This is great.
I put my arm
Well-
out to link with Eric here.
Okay, I extend my arm.
Let's try not to get separated here. And you want to step in? Lead the way.
All right, I move in.
Arm
Yep.
in arm.
Exactly.
Such a
Um,
good sight. So
whichever-
beautiful to.
Whichever square counts versus the water. Oh, okay, we're going all the way in.
To be really, really, really sad whenever they just get ripped to an oblivion as soon as they touch that.
just
Limbs
blood, like
everywhere, just shredded. Blood. Water's immediately red. No, from so I'll do this in two parts. The two perspectives. From the outsider's perspective, all the three of you will see is Eric and Brackle just descending arm in arm into the pool. It's very slow. They just go until their heads are underwater. And Urzak, you're the closest here. Once their head passes below the surface of the pool, they are gone. And it should be noted that as they were walking up to it, it's like a foot deep. So it's not it's not a swimming pool by any means. It's very, very shallow. So they just sink right down into the ground. Eric, I don't know if you have as much experience with this, but you're well versed with water, so this is not a problem for you. Brackle, this is a newer thing for you, but you are used to it. It feels very similar to how Sekola calls upon you when you just sink down into the ground. It's a very similar feeling. Both of you, it feels like you're drowning for just a few moments, which is an odd feeling for you, Eric, because you typically don't have the ability to do that. So that might induce some panic a little bit, but it's only momentary. And you rise back up on the other end, very similarly. In a pool that is much, much smaller, same depth, and a familiar face is standing right in front of you.
Zoom in.
Is it Jesus?
So I don't know.
Silgath?
It is Silgath.
Silgath?
I gotta be honest, I didn't expect to see either of you coming through this pool.
Where are we?
This is in the forest and not in the forest.
Look at Eric.
It's like when you're, what's the saying? Like, you're making your way out of the woods. Well, like, how far do you have to go in? Halfway until you're making your way out. It's like right there.
What can you tell us about these portals? I was able to divine a little bit through a spell, but still partially unclear.
like how nobody's like, "Hey, Sogath, how's being dead? What's going on?"
Wasn't wasn't he wasn't he already dead?
That's what I'm saying.
I
he
know
is
he's
dead.
already dead. Why am I going to ask him how it's going?
Hey man,
It's
you
great.
doing
I'm
okay?
dead.
So that sucked when Robert, snapped your neck.
He didn't come
Are
through and
those
say,
birds
"Hey."
actually there in the corner of the drawing?
He will. First of all, he looks different. His skin is still blue. His
Mhm.
hair is still purple. But he is dressed completely differently. He is in a longer set of robes. He's no longer in his armor. Uh, he is dressed in all whites and light purples. He's wearing a set of gloves that are matching as well. And he is not carrying any of his weapons. You would notice that he has kind of like a quarterstaff. He's not carrying; it's on the ground next to him, and he's kneeling on the ground. It seems like he could have been in prayer, or communing with a deity, or communing with nature. Um, that remains to be seen. But he seems at peace, and he'll kind of speak up. He'll say, "Do you recall when I showed you the cemetery?"
Epitaph.
Correct. A slight cross between planes, material and immaterial. That is where we are now, and where I generally try to stay.
What's happened since Robert attacked us?
So much has happened. Time moves much differently for me now than it does for you. I have encountered years of occurrences, both in present time and past. It is good to see both of you.
Does his
It's good
does
to see
his
you.
does his robes look like vestments of any particular deity, or just like I just like this color purple and white?
No, don't think vestments. They're just nice, like finely crafted robes. Yeah,
So,
no clear religious connotation.
it must feel nice to undon the armor and be at peace. I have actually just attuned to robes instead of my Puntec armor.
Quite a literal and metaphorical weight off your shoulders, hey?
Hey, hey.
so so it's good to see you as well. I have to say, glad we saw a friendly face coming through this. Do you know any information about these ponds? Have you seen others travel through these recently?
They are rare. Most of them on the material plane. It is quite a bit of mental strain to control where you go. It is
Mm,
always random, or mostly.
mhm.
Wherever you came from, quite a bit of energy is going into keeping it. It never seemed to manifest in places of low magic. It's always the most unpredictable of situations.
Well, it was we stumbled upon this in the wilds.
Hmm, quite a place. Quite unpredictable. That fits.
Oh, we do have a way back, so that's good. At least we didn't come to a dangerous place, I hope.
Certainly not. This is the same plane as the cemetery. You and I, both, all three of us, are standing within the plane of Arcadia right now.
Oh, snap.
Feels nice to have our essence within us still.
Certainly.
So if we stepped back through here, we're not guaranteed to go back from which we came.
I would say almost certainly correct. You would end up somewhere else.
It'd
Great
be
for
the
random vacations. Not as great getting back to where you're supposed to be.
It would be like the Futurama episode where he created all the universes in the boxes and people just kept jumping in and out. All right. Well, do you have any knowledge since you've crossed over that you'd like to impart to us? Anything that could help? I think we do have to get back to our crew and make sure everything's okay on the other side.
The town of Mir is in good hands with Beth, and as you may have witnessed, I'm not sure how much you can perceive of Azura.
Also, this person we killed to go hang out with you isn't with you. That's concerning.
Wait, the person we killed to go hang out with? Oh, the woman?
Yeah, that's why Marvel wanted to die, so she can go
Be
hang
Be
out
with
with some guy.
Sylvia?
Mm.
Thank you for reminding us. Eric and Brackle say, "Where's Morrowind?"
I have seen much of Morrowind since.
We are taking a break.
We were on a break.
I need to rehydrate.
I have seen much of her. We have worked together. It has been very nice seeing things from the other perspective for once. I believe that wherever you end up in the wilds, you may be seeing us soon.
Why is that?
You're
'Cause
close
we're
to
gonna
an
get
orb, are you
killed?
not? Because you're gonna die, motherfuckers. you're gonna join us right where we are.
There's
those-
there is an orb over the pond that we went through, but it didn't seem to emanate the same magical essence as the other
What kind
orbs
of
we
orb?
have. Blue.
Blue kind?
It was a blue
Ah,
orb.
yes. Yes, blue raspberry. Yes, my favorite of the artificial flavors.
as Eric pointed out, it seemed like a potential place of power for Pelor at one point, but there was an orb hovering above the water.
I would be wary of such a place. Baylor typically does not have many strongholds in the wilds.
Mm.
What do you think it could be?
Based on that connotation and the false orb, could be any number of things. I believe you might be best suited to get back to your friends. Watch out for anything that is seemingly vacant. There are plenty of things out there that eat more than other animals.
Yeah, what kind of wildlife?
Yeah, what is it?
Yeah, what kind of wildlife could prey on things when there's nothing to prey on?
The kind of wildlife that is smarter than all of you. Practically a mind within itself.
Mind flare.
Gonna fight a fucking elder brain.
Okay. Well, I do.
Literal brain.
All
Wish
right.
us luck.
Yep.
You should ask, in fighting these things, do you think our skills will be a little rusty?
I'm getting. Feel like Vern wanted me to ask you.
Hey! Ask them this. Is it a rust monster? Monster.
Well, as much as we'd like to stay, I wish our group was with us as well, but I think we do need to get back, like you said. Any tips for us traveling the wilds?
Please stay vigilant. I have a different perception of time, but I'm sure that it's only been a few weeks for all of you. I cannot imagine you're any closer to finding my daughter, but I trust that you will.
Not yet,
He'll
unfortunately.
kind of smile warmly at you, and he'll walk into the water with you.
Mhm.
I'll just kind of move forward. Oh, you're out of the water now. Sorry.
Can
Oh,
I,
yeah.
can I
Yeah, we
place
can-
place my hand in front of him and stretch it out to shake his hand?
Yeah. He, in fact, will take your hand, and he will lead you back into the pool. And he'll take your hand as well, Brackle.
Mhm.
And he'll say, wherever it was you came from, I will help send you back to that location.
Oh,
I
that's
cannot
amazing.
do much from here, but it is the least I can do. And his whole body will start to like glisten as if he's covered in glitter. You'll feel his hands are get super warm on yours, and the two of you will just get like sucked back down into the water much faster and more violently than before. uh, and the other three of you, you will see Brackle and Eric shoot back up out of the uh, out of the whirlpool up into the pool.
Yeah, breach like dolphins.
Yeah.
Whale.
Do we go high enough to hit the orb?
You gotta free willy us.
Yeah, we'll say you go high enough to hit the orb. It's only like 10 feet up. Yeah, when you make contact with it, it doesn't really do anything.
Okay. This orb sucks.
It does kind of make a sound though. It's almost like a hollow metal ball sound that kind of reverberates through the canyon. And you hear a lot more skittering.
Great. We
From
just rang
all
the
around.
dinner bell.
I kind of want that fake fucking orb. For a lot of you guys,
Take it.
I got orb envy.
I guess I guess Eric and I will just grab it out of the air if we can.
Yeah, make an acrobatics check.
Whenever they hit the orb, is that when the sounds that we heard kind of followed suit after that they hit it, like in succession?
Yes.
19.
Yeah, you can grab it.
Ooh, good roll.
Here you go, Eric.
I want to give resistance to Brackle.
Oh, perfect.
Says, oh, thank you for the orb. Here, have some resistance.
This is the one time
Tit
that
for
I
tat,
sort of
baby.
look at him, and when I touch for resistance, it's like
Mhm.
his resistance. Like, you know, normally I'm like Paylor's.
Mhm.
I'm pointing. I'm just suggesting it. His protection
Gotcha.
onto
Thank you.
Did anybody else think it was weird that when you touched the orb, we heard skittering?
Well, we heard
No,
skittering
me.
before without
I
touching
think
the orb.
I think everything about this place is weird, and now is a good time to leave.
Okay.
Especially after Brackle just told us that he met Silgath, and Silgath told us to not fuck around with this stuff.
We're
And-
we
and
just exploded out. Give us a second.
just want to clarify. Silgas said, "Don't fuck around with stuff." Right?
I like how all of our friends didn't ask where we went or what happened.
Vern and
clarify.
Teth, can I have a dexterity saving throw from each of you, please?
A dex.
God damn it! You get +5, Vern.
I gotta leave a little early.
No. I think it's funny before I roll this.
All right,
But,
bye, Brad.
Hey, Brad.
Brad,
Bye,
thanks for
Brad.
playing tonight, man.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thanks for playing, guys. Thanks for having me.
+5.
Bye.
See you next week.
Bye.
So
See
Gap's
ya.
like, see ya. So Gap's like, hey, don't fuck with stuff, and immediately grab a fucking orb.
as
I
they get
want
in the
it.
water.
They're like, give it to me.
It was a reflex.
All right, let's see what I do. You get a +5 on that too, Bert. Oh, you got it.
Yeah, I already
did, so
had
you
it.
get 17. Ooh. Natural 1, baby.
Uh-oh.
Inspiration.
Fuck that.
You-
This happens
He wants-
exactly when Teth's trying to get to the point through, like, so we said not to fuck with the orb, and then
He wants the narrative.
Teth, actually, Vern and Urzak, you both see just like it looks like a little stone almost, kind of brownish, fall from the arc of this doorway, and drop onto Teth's shoulder. You just hear a tiny little blink, drops onto Teth. Teth, you feel in your shoulder tiny little spines dig into your hide, into your whatever your exoskeleton is.
Mhm.
And from around his shoulder, Vern, you're the closest, so you would see this from within the rock. 4 arms stretch out and pierce the armor on Teth's shoulder, and a giant tongue comes out of the top of this little stone.
Oh. Disgusting.
Disgusting.
What's my damage?
It is a brain.
We're so close.
Oh.
You are going to take 5 piercing damage.
Everybody cast enfeeblement on themselves.
Yeah. And from these tiny cracks throughout all of the walls here, and Urzak and Vern and Teth, you will see coming up the stairs. Dozens of these things
Dozens.
launch out.
Great.
They are everywhere.
All right, guys.
And I would like you all to roll initiative.
All right, make it good, guys.
They're clinging onto the walls. They're in the water, floating.
They have to
This is-
swim. It's like I don't know if they're a foot tall or not. Like wade in the
They
water.
just like, they just like bob up and down.
This is a combat scenario I wish I could see like animated because like I feel like it would be very like I don't know, super like gory and cinematic.
Yeah.
Like all these little intellect hours and we're just killing a
Yeah.
horde of them. All right, initiative.
Taking Hargrave out of the party. Jack has a 10.
That portal's looking really good right now, guys.
Burn 16.
Ain't afraid of no fucking brains. I'm smarter than the biggest brain in existence.
Oh, the brain.
Michael has a 25. I will roll for Eric.
You know, you would think
19.
that Eric having a higher AC is a good thing, but I feel like he's just going to get targeted more now.
Probably.
Trust me, as somebody who's had a high AC this entire campaign, the exact opposite is going to happen. Nothing will even ever
That's
try to
true.
hit you.
They'll take one shot and they're like, no, never mind. No, thank you.
We're hitting this kid with saving throws. We're not even
Where's that
trying to hit.
spellcaster?
Yeah. Fireball all the way. We're going for the deck save. All right.
Oof.
Oh, they rolled pretty badly.
Good.
All right, Bracklebaff, you are at the top of the initiative count with 25.
Since I rolled a nat 20, do I get advantage on this?
You sure do.
I guess one of them. I think I have to roll a bunch of times with what I'm going to do. Okay, so I'm going to cast Steel Wind Strike.
Here we go.
Sure. Appropriate spot. Mm. Okay. I will target. How many can I do? 6, 5. Okay, so I will target 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm going to start. I'll just go in a row, basically. So you'll just see Brackle pull his rapier out really quickly, kind of like pull back into the first step of a strike, and then he just like looks like the Flash hitting all these people. All right, first one with advantage. Hopefully that hits. First one was nat 1. Second one was a 7 plus 10, 17.
Yeah, that hits.
Second one, 22.
That hits.
Third one, 24.
Yep. Twice.
27.
Yes.
Oh my. 28.
Yeah.
Was that all 5 of them?
I think so, yeah.
All right, so I get to stick. I'll just do 66 in the. Oh, 60, 10, sorry.
Woof.
So 31 force damage to all of those 5, each of them. And then I will teleport to 5 feet within this one.
So these 5, like these 3 and this one and this one.
So this one, this one, this one, this one, and that one. I'll take.
Okay.
They each take 31 damage.
Yeah.
Force damage.
You got them all.
I think it's time to run, guys. They didn't like when we took their orb.
Wow, who could have imagined that?
Stilgath did say something about that.
And you'll see Brackle 3 more crawling out of this.
Dirty
Up
little
on this
rats.
I guess let's just
Anything
make
else?
another anti-ramp. We'll be all right.
Right. And there is one still attached to Teth.
Oh, attached.
Oh, Teth gets a pet now too.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, Teth always had. Never mind. Teth had the.
Look, little babies.
About to be jelly.
You just like jump in the air and like turn over and just like body slam it.
Yeah, just pile drive it.
Anything else, Brackle?
No, I think I don't have a bonus I can do. Let me check real quick. Nope, I'm out of Bardic. I'm done.
Teth.
So when these things appeared, did they just like come out the woodwork?
Yeah, termite style. They are just every nook and cranny that was available, even if you didn't, block it as a place where something could hide. They're just like oozing out
And-
from everywhere.
And Brackle killed 5 of them, and you said 3 more had appeared directly after that.
Yep.
And that was more of them just more showing up. It wasn't like they just got murdered and just reappeared.
No, they exploded and then more came out
More showed up.
for sure.
Interesting. Well, I'm gonna start by grabbing this fucker on my shoulder and just smashing it into the floor with my hand. Just straight.
Okay. Yeah, but make an
Give him the old
unarmed
ground.
strike, I guess. Yeah.
Give him the Gronkowski.
+9.
Oh my
Oh.
god.
So you reach up and he's just in that spot, like where when you're in the shower, you have to like have somebody help you wash it because it's just like the one point in your back that you cannot reach. Made even worse because you're a robot with limited mobility. So he is affixed.
All right. So he's
Not
in that
coming
like one spot after like Tess starts to grab. It was just like, fuck, he's in my weak spot.
Shit.
But he knows that it's his weak spot. So then Teth is gonna turn around and kind of get low, and then you see the front of this. This is raised, right? Right here.
Yes. Yeah.
Against my better judgment, Teth is going to basically launch himself backwards and try to squish the brain against the fountain.
Yeah, great. Make
Yeah.
make an athletics check.
Okay.
I don't want a backpack.
I don't. Yes. If it didn't hurt, maybe.
Hmm.
15. Athletics.
Yep, that'll do it. He how much do you weigh? Like 500 pounds inside that,
I
just
don't know.
below.
His I'll tell you exactly because
I guess you just got a bunch of new equipment too, so it's got to be over that.
Test weight, not including equipment, is 383
Okay.
plus equipment. So
I will say at your weight, it is a tiny creature. Squarely on your back, you crush it between your body and the stone.
yeah, including including coins, I'm carrying 300 pounds apparently, which doesn't sound right.
It's a mace.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else? I would say that's your bonus action. So unless you have movement that
Yeah.
you want to.
Well, I had two attacks, but I don't know what that action economy was that I just did. So whatever.
Oh yeah, I would let you replace the athletics check with, or replace an attack with the athletics check. That's fine.
Okay. That being said, I don't think it's really going to change the. Tess going to kind of look around at the group and just say, "Are we just going to kill all these things and see if they stop coming, or what?" And now,
You know what? Run away.
I think they can outpace the elephants. Do they seem quick, DM?
Oh, good.
At the very least, we should get back to everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
They climb out of the walls very quickly. Yeah. Seems like they're quick.
Well, maybe we can fight. Last thing Teth will say is retreat and fight, and then he'll kind of post up.
Aye, Captain.
Yeah, because now that Billy mentioned it, yeah, I'd be concerned about other peeps.
Walk and talk.
Yeah, walk and talk. I don't think there's really anything I can do as a. I haven't played this fucking character forever. What I do? Nope, I'm good. I'm just gonna basically start walking backwards, even though there's the map, and start egressing. Maybe moving, actually going, going towards back off the map, but kind of grouping up more to this side.
Okay.
Since there's a swarm on that side and it's kind of uneven. So kind of square up next to Urzak. That's all.
And then if you move any further, I'll switch you to back to the other map because that'll be right outside the doorway.
Yeah, it was like 20 feet or something over there, and then kind of start to go down 5-10 feet. But
Is the other map also crawling with intellect devours? We're
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
at the doorway.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah. They're
Um,
crawling up the steps at this point.
great.
If you don't have anything else, Teth, the intellect devourers are going next.
I do have one thing I just thought of.
Yeah, go ahead.
I can telepathically communicate with Ion,
Yes.
and I would like to assess if their group is experiencing the same thing with the intellect devourers.
He will reply back. All calm here.
Okay. That being the last thing, that's what Teth would say to the group.
Enjoy the calm while it lasts, buddy.
Yeah.
Okay. So this devourer right here. Eric would be able to see this. Brackle probably. Maybe all of you. All of you would eventually see it. The tongue that comes out of the front of its brain is going to split in two, just like sever down the middle. And from inside of it, there's going to be this giant hole that opens up. It's going to start sucking in air. And all of the other devourers in the area are getting drawn in.
I don't like that.
And they're all going to just into this one intellect devourer's body. And he is going to begin to transform. He's kind of just like his bone. He doesn't have many bones, but the bones in its legs start to crack, and little pustules on his brain, pop out. They abscess, and he just starts to grow bigger and bigger. And tentacles, their tongues all start to form different tentacles that drop down from this amalgamation. And they eventually turn into this giant, bloated, throbbing elder brain. You were right.
Oh, gross.
Ew.
Kitty.
Weird question.
Yeah.
When it is doing the suction thing, is it pull? Like, do we feel a pull as well, or is it just pulling?
You do not. So you would see if you had like true sight or a really high perception, I guess, you would see individual streams like directionally sucking the individual devours into its mouth.
The Zelda player in me really wanted to just like toss a bomb.
Yeah,
And it suck on the bomb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that'd have been good.
All right. And instead of all of these guys, now
Oh, there's one little guy left.
you have this guy.
Are there still other dudes like on the stairs below us, or
Oh yeah. Yep.
Okay.
The one is still on Teth. There's this guy over here, and the sound of the skittering is still all around you. So you would imagine that they are still coming out of the walls and from up over the rocks.
Did I not crush that one on me?
Oh, you did. You did. Sorry.
Okay.
You're right.
I was like, maybe I
You're right.
hallucinated that.
And that's where we're going to stop for tonight.
Oof.
Nice. Well,
Good stuff.
It's not our fault.
I challenge the Elder Brain to a game of Dragon Chess.
Oh, you think
Hey,
you're
Barlos,
smart?
Did you not get my initiative roll? Did you see it?
I,
you
16.
got a
was
16.
it 16?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You still have 2 creatures in front of you.
Oh seriously. Okay. Because there's a.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if this little notification above it was in regards to that. So what did you guys all roll for your initiative?
Herzog got a 10.
He's like
You
20.
got a
Okay, never mind.
16.
Got it.
The Elder Brain rolled a 17. Eric got a
Jeez.
19. And the Devourers got a 20. And Teth was 23.
Beast.
Brackle was at 25.
Damn, I felt like I would have like not be last with a 10, but
It
Would
was,
Eric
it was a
have
good
moved?
roll.
Would Eric have
Solid
moved like where we are?
It's close enough to the top of the initiative. I'll just ask him what he would have done. Because he's going next.
Oh, okay.
So he has the next turn, so I'll give him like some prep time because you guys saw a little bit of what was going on, and then continue with his round.
If you guys can buy me like an hour, I can cast a Glyph of Warding.
Yeah, we'll work on that.
what's the thing that makes your intelligence 1?
I thought it was enfeeblement, wasn't it?
Enfeeblement or not? Is it
I think
enfeeblement?
enfeeblement.
Feeble mind.
Yeah.
Feeble,
Oh, feeble
mind.
mind. Yeah.
Does that
Oh,
make
yeah.
Is that
You
how
cast that on the brain.
If I hadn't used my
Yeah,
wall
that's
of
true.
force, if I hadn't used my wall of force, my other thing I was thinking about when I first got the item was like, it'd be cool to do this to a creature, and I'm gonna ruin Barlos's thing at one point with this. I'll go ahead and tell him. It'll ruin it. But I was like, man, if the creature was small enough with a wall of force, you could totally just like trap a creature like in a cage.
Oh, it's intelligence and charisma become one.
Mm-hmm.
Feel mind, yeah.
It's fucking nasty.
I remember being feeble-minded in your campaign. You feeble-minded me on that ship.
Oh yeah.
It lasts for 30 days.
I know.
Jeez.
Isn't it, what is it? Greater restoration.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Greater restoration, heal, which is a 6th level, or wish spell.
You might be able to like I have cleansing touch. That might get rid of it. It ends one spell.
What level's that?
It's the level 14 ability, like paladin ability.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Probably, I'd
It's-
imagine. Because a
yeah,
5th level
it's-
spell can get rid of it, so.
Yeah. It's one of those weird abilities that I forget exist until you have corn guy.
Mm-hmm. So, if we can port in Gale from Baldur's Gate, we'll just throw him at this Elder Brain
Yeah.
and say, "Go be a sad boy."
This is the first time since chapter 1 that I have used like an official monster straight from Wizards of the Coast. Everything else has been an adaptation of
That's
something.
a nasty looking Elder Brain too.
Yeah.
The artwork I did find a different one, but this is just a stat block.
I don't know if you know this or not, Barlos, but Elder Brain is the big bad guy of Baldur's Gate 3.
Oh, really? I
Yeah.
did not know.
The Illithids are the big thing in that. They do a really,
Gotcha.
really bang up job of that.
That's cool. Which is so cool because it's like one of the most like a traditional enemy, like big bad.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. I would like to play it, but I don't have any time. I feel like it would just be a waste of my money to buy it because I don't have any time to play it.
The first creature you kill is a mind or not a mind player. the Devourer.
Love that.
See, you could play it, Barlow, so it would just take you 10 years to play. 'Cause you do
Hey,
That's
hold
true.
on, hold on.
1 hour a week.
Andrew, I don't want to keep. I don't want to keep making a habit of judging your decisions in Baldur's Gate 3.
Mm-hmm.
But you killed the Intellect Devourer.
And what was his
Oh.
name? Me?
Maybe. Oh,
Us.
maybe not.
Us.
I'm-
I said it was us.
Yeah, but you still kill other ones, like on the ship when you're getting off.
Yeah. You
I didn't kill the one that.
I
I
don't-
didn't
I
kill
don't
like
think
the
you do.
baby.
Trying to think.
Do you not?
You fight the demons because they're still on your
Like
side
the
because
Imps.
Oh, maybe that's it. Because you already have the thing in your brain, so they're like they don't really care about you. Maybe.
after you crash the ship, the 100%. Yeah, you fight some.
Yeah.
Okay,
know what
maybe
you're
that's
thinking
what
of.
it is. Because in
I
the
thought
first
you-
room you go into, there's like three of them in there. I'm pretty sure.
It's like the first thing you run into is us. I was like, you're saying you killed him.
Mm-mm.
Carlos, for your context, Andrew killed like the best companion in the entire fucking game. Like, cut her head off immediately.
Because she fucking attacked me. I don't know how you come back from that.
That's a good question.
She's a
It-
sweet girl, and I love her.
Nah, I cut her fucking head off.
Yeah, you did.
I chopped it up. I carried it in my inventory. He said, I literally helped all of her people in the Emerald Grove, and then she got mad.
What a bitch.
She's a bitch.
Don't talk about Karlak like that. You
She's
don't
a
even know her.
bitch. Just like
I
Shadowheart.
don't. That's true. I'm assuming before meeting the person. I should never do that.
I mean, she was a bitch in my game. I can tell you that right now.
Back to the items which we discussed briefly.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you looked at the staff at all or not, Trent. If that was something that interested you.
I was considering it. Yeah, I made a note. I can take a look at it another time for like next week and see because it's like a +2. You said right?
It's only a +1, and it's only on spell attacks.
I mean that's
Not
fine.
saving
Like,
throws.
what do I use now? I just like my crystal or my signet ring, whatever.
Whatever your spellcasting focus is, you know.
Yeah.
Is there a
Same-
benefit? Oops. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Yeah.
I was just going to ask if there's a benefit to wearing all three of the Astral Voyagers items at the same time.
I get like a set bonus.
Right.
That's very
th-
Divinity.
There
Original Sin 2.
isn't, but
Okay.
there should be. I will think about that because that would make sense because they are a set. So yeah, I will say that there is. I'll have to think about what that is though. Is that I like that. I like things that step like that.
I probably wouldn't wear it till like the end of the campaign because I'm weak as fuck, so I need to wear those gauntlets. But
You're a bard. What do you need? What do you need strength for?
Once you get Eldritch Blast, you won't need to be strong.
what's
Just
Eldritch
fire
Blast?
off Eldritch Blast.
Oh, Eldritch Blast. I think you said
Would you take
Elder
a
Splash.
level of Warlock? Because you're already going to be level. What? You'll be level 15, so you'll have. I don't know what the scaling at that point is. 3 beams. You'll have 3 beams. 15?
Well, no, I'm just one level of Warlock, so it'll be whatever the
It
first
goes.
level.
It goes by player level, not Warlock level.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, then that'll change things quite a bit. Because I only have one attack, so I can't do really any melee damage.
Gotcha. Awesome session, guys. I gotta hop off. I appreciate you. I'm glad to be back. Glad to see all of you.
You as well.
Oh, likewise. I'll see
All right,
y'all next
guys.
week.
See ya.
Yeah,
Man.
You
have a
guys.
good one.
Have a good night.
Bye.